Imagine, if you will, a town, comfortable, quiet, serene, but nestled in amongst the old houses and friendly smiles is a secret waiting to break free. Well, imagine no longer. As we travel there now, the Caravan of Cthulhu. Try changing up the intro a little bit there, so hopefully that went really well and everyone's like freaking out because how cool that was. But hey, everybody, I am Turk or Turk Accented. If it's on the New Year's resolution list, and well, you can scratch that one out like all the others, right? But I am here tonight with more Caravan of Cthulhu as we send our fine investigators into a variety of spooky, scary situations. And before I let them introduce themselves, I do need to take a quick note. Caravan of Cthulhu, and by extension, uses the Call of Cthulhu system, which is an extension of the Lovecraftian universe, which means there's going to be a lot of scary, disturbing, and strange things. These players will be role-playing out scenarios that involve physical, mental, and potentially spiritual harm to their characters. However, any point, they have a direct line to me to say, hey, I'm not feeling very comfy with this. Can we shift it or move it or cut the scene? We have a direct communication here. However, you in the audience don't. So if at any point this starts to get a little bit too much and you feel, that this isn't your section, feel free to mute us, exit out, step away. And if and when you're able to, and you want to see how things are going, feel free to jump back in whenever you can. We love having you here. I do it without an audience, but it's so much better with y'all in the chat being absolute menaces and giving lots of sparklies, like I'm seeing already popping up. Okay. That all being said, I would love to introduce you all to my fantastic group of storytellers that we have assembled here. Starting, of course, with Sam.
Oh gosh, dang it. I'm first. Hey guys, I'm Sam. I'm Sammy Scribbles everywhere on the internet, and super excited to be playing some Call of Cthulhu. It's been a while. And I'm going to be playing Ellie Foster tonight. She is a film student with no points in anything brawl related, weapon related, nothing, because all she wants to do is make some movies. So that's me tonight.
All right, we'll jump over next to Mika.
Hey, I'm Mika. Hey, I do things. You can find me Twitter at Goggleboy, like the main characters of Digimon, or Threads Mika_Macintosh. Today I am playing Joshua Lemon Tree of the Vermont Lemon Trees. His family owns lots of car stuff, but he's currently going to school for film.
Well, that's about typical. We're going to jump on down to Isabel.
I'm Isabel. I'm coming to you guys from the west coast of Canada. You can find me as isabelk.afk, various places on the internet. I will be playing Kirby tonight, a law student that really doesn't want to be doing it and is more than a little interested in archaeology and the more interesting things that pop up in college.
All right, and then last but not least, it's Benji.
Hi, I'm Benji. You can find me on the interwebs at Chance47 at pretty much all of the sites. Tonight I'll be playing Steve Young, a junior pre-med student who has no hope of ever becoming a doctor and is really excited for what I think is supposed to be a cozy game, right? This is like a cozy...
Super, very nice and cozy. Very nice and cozy.
So, yeah, I'm excited.
Me too. So, that all being said, why don't we begin our adventure? All of you, being students of the at Miskatonic University, your various degrees and pursuits of education kind of overlap in one way. You're all looking for some extra credit. There's usually no problem because you know that one of your professors does run a bit of a side gig because, well, state of education. namely cleaning out and looking for any valuables in old houses that have been, taken by the town. You've all recently signed up and find yourselves in a big old van driving down the road from Miskatonic into the more western Massachusetts areas, and the road leading to the town of Muscovy. Muscovy is fairly new. The road leading to Muscovy is fairly new, but the route through the steep hills as it winds its way up to the village is an ancient one. It's dotted with old farms and houses that look like they were constructed with with their own two hands. A lot of those prefab ordered and then neglected for several years situations. However, the Muscovy sits in a bit of a valley, so as you crest that hill looking down into it, you see what appears to be a very nice looking town, and we actually have that up on the Roll20 that you can see. Primary features being a large car park, and then the rest of the town being kind of walkable. Heading on, there is a historic church here, and quite a bit of local, forests and wildlife walks that they do boast. It's clearly meant as a sort of village, callback to perhaps its namesakes from Europe. It seems like it doesn't exactly have the most bustling downtown. In fact, much more so emphasized as you get there, and it seems like there's barely anyone on the streets. As you all are heading out of heading through town, why don't you all describe what your character looks like very briefly, and then also something that your character is currently thinking of this situation. I'm not going to call on anyone, but I will if I have to.
I'll go first. Kirby's probably walking out of a coffee shop holding a very large coffee, looking exhausted. They're a average height, dark black hair, pale skin, bit of freckles, all black clothes that look rumpled, and he's definitely slept in them at least one night. Mostly just thinking about what assignments are due next, and if there's any hope of getting through this next semester.
Well, I will just make one correction there. There is no coffee shop in town, but there is a tea shop where you can get coffee.
Yeah.
It's not the best.
Got caffeine, that really matters.
I suppose that's true. Anyone else?
I feel like Ellie is just sort of walking around town. She has her camera up, like zooming in on like really inconsequential like cracks in the wall, or if there's like a weed growing in between like the cracks in the sidewalk. And she's trying to like find people and is probably bothering them as she like gets up really close. And it's just like, and how do you feel about this town? How long have you lived here? Just trying to make the most out of this town that there's nothing happening.
Yeah, you're not getting a lot of, oh, of course, let me stop and tell you about my rent and how much I pay for Spotify or whatever. People here keep to themselves, and it seems like an older demographic. So you're getting a lot of stares and hands in front of faces or hands in front of your camera. Not the most friendly.
Clearly, no one in this dark town wants to talk to anyone. Are they hiding something? Or are they just that boring?
I think Joshua Lemon Tree of the Vermont Lemon Trees, I think, is with Ellie, or is like just up ahead, waiting for her. Her for Ellie.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he's up ahead waiting for her, and he's got some coffee, one tea from the tea shop. He's wearing all black, got kind of his jeans are ripped, fashionably, and on his shirt, it's got this weird rune, and his shirt is stained with something. Could be oil, could be blood, could be mud. No one's quite sure. Yeah, and he waves Ellie over.
You see Steve Young. He is a short king with sandy blonde hair and bright green eyes. He probably also made his way to this tea shop that also sells coffee. Got himself the biggest size that he could, probably asked for a venti, and when they told him that they don't know what that means, he still demanded a venti.
Yeah, no. The lovely Lucy Albright, who I'll pop up on your screens here, is like courteous, but she's gonna explain like in one tone. We don't have ventis. If you just indicate with your finger to which size cup, as she like has the ones that are taped down to the top of a little cashier.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the big one, please.
Oh, of course, yeah, large.
Large, yes. Thank you.
So I'll say, as you were the kind of last one in there, so a lot of new faces coming through. What are you all doing here?
We're from Miskatonic University. We're here with our professor, working on a top secret classified project. I'm kidding. It's for extra credit.
Nice. What are you all doing?
We're gonna be cataloging a house or something like that.
Now, you would have been told that it's a your professor Martin would have told you it's Old Gerton's Cottage was the name of it. So your next question obviously be like, oh, I wasn't aware anyone was moving out lately. One of the farmsteads or...
Oh, it's the, and Steve is not really great at committing things to memory. He really should not be a pre-med student, at all. It's the, Old Gerton's, oh man.
Oh, not Old Gerton's Cottage.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, you're close at least, so shouldn't be too much of a drive. Do you want to make a psychology check here for me?
Yeah.
First roll of the game, can't go wrong.
Psychology or psychoanalysis?
Psychology.
Psychology.
Don't pick up anything weird. Unfortunately, 45 out of 10 will not get you success you need there, but she's happy to get you a lovely large coffee, and you can rejoin the rest of the group, having the directions up the hill.
I think when Steve leaves the tea shop and meets up with the rest of the group, he's like, what is up with the town that time forgot?
No, it's quaint.
You don't have to sugarcoat it. This place is shit.
It's sleepy.
I've been taught to be polite. Yeah, it's shitty. Don't tell my mom I swore.
Are you
Please-
an adult?
please don't tell her.
Aren't you over the age of 18? Adult legal age?
Yes,
Sounded like there's a but.
Mm-hmm.
but don't tell my mom.
Oh,
Now that I'm
lemon
above
trees
8,
are-
it's. What was that, Steve? The lemon trees are.
just surprisingly traditional is all.
That's a word for it.
Hey, we're the Vermont lemon trees. If you want non-traditional, talk to the Massachusetts lemon trees, okay?
Clearly, California lemon trees are better. Since-
Yes, my cousins in California are.
Oh, that was a joke. Okay.
Everyone, if we could direct your attention back to the task at hand, get everyone back in the truck. I can drive us up to the end of the village here, but apparently there's an old church up the hill. I figured could be a useful stop, just to take in the sights, or we just head right to the house.
Wait, are there gravestones at the church, like old ones that you can't read the name of?
I don't know, but it's historic, and it's been in the town for quite a while.
Is there something you wanted us to catalog there?
Just an understanding of local architectural styles and any sort of and looking, so we have a frame of reference for patterns or points of interest that might help us identify something that would be important to the valley here. This job is through a local council looking to make sure that the history of this place is best preserved as possible.
Oh, that sounds like fun, actually.
I mean, what better way to preserve than through film? Am I right, Ellie?
Totes.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't expect to be going to church.
What's wrong with church, Steve?
Yeah, I go every Sunday.
Of course you do.
I can't tell if that was sarcasm or not, but that's fine.
Climbing into the car. Let's go to church.
All right, you head up the road and eventually spot a wooden signpost next to a kissing gate. It's just a gate that only allows one person through at a time.
So they're not kissing?
I'll find a photo, but basically it's kind of like a C, and then the gate functions like this.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
But you said kissing gate,
Yeah.
though, right?
Kissing gates.
Okay. Okay, so they're... Okay. Scandalous.
It's allows people, but not livestock, to get through. Anyway, you see that it carved neatly next to it are the words "Public Footpath" and "Historic Church Half Mile." There's a track leading across the field that's full of, cows mostly.
Cows.
No
one.
And looks
cow.
like in the distance there's an old church.
Lemon's pointing towards it to make sure that Ellie records.
But also cows. The local agriculture, livestock. Do they eat them? Do they just graze? Do you see a slaughterhouse?
Have you ever played Hey Cow?
What's hey
Let's
cow?
say
You stick... So Joshua sticks his head out the window and shouts, "Hey Cow!"
Aww.
And he puts his head back in and says, okay, however many turn their head towards me, that's how many points I get.
Well, yeah, a number of them begin turning their heads, but I suppose it's time you all head up the path.
Ouch.
Getting ready for a road trip game, and the road trip's already over.
I mean, you should see the path. It's not that far of a road.
I just feel like he starts counting the cows while everyone else has already left him, walking up the path towards.
You're counting, and then you see your group in the fields there. You're like, oh,
yeah.
But yeah, you continue making your way up towards the church. The church itself is kind of half hidden amongst these yew trees, and seems like it's that kind of tree is set apart from the other larger forest to its north there. Kind of sweeps along the edge, and then it kind of feeds in and sweeps along the edge of the valley. I mean, there's a walled churchyard that surrounds the building, and it's full of old gravestones. Some toppled, others barely legible, thanks to unrelenting action of weather and over countless years. There's a small entrance, a small wooden roofed gate that is unbarred, allowing entry over the wall, though obviously this is a wall in the very symbolic sense. Like, if you wanted to, you could just like hop over the stones have been piled up here. It's not quite a fortress.
Billy is definitely walking towards the gravestones, just like camera out, zooming in on them, trying to read off the names and like year of birth, year of death.
Yeah, going through, you don't even need to make a check for this. You can basically begin picking out that there are certain names that keep popping up. Like, there's some families that have been here for a few generations.
Mm-hmm.
Like Girton is one of them, and Fletcher, and others. But you get this town has been lived in by a few families for a long time. But that Girton name means that you're probably going into somewhere that's maybe been in the family for even longer than you initially thought.
Oh.
If anyone is checking out the church from the outside, you can make me a history roll.
Yes, I'm definitely looking.
Ooh. What is my history? I'm not making the history roll.
I mean, it's worth a shot, right?
My history is a 5.
Worth a shot.
All right, I guess I'm rolling history.
5% chance is better than 0.
Did it?
Oh, man, well, I see a hard success from Kirby.
Kirby's getting like right into the foundation of it.
Kirby, you're able to identify that this church is probably about like 600 years old. And while there's no bell tower, just a brass bell mounted under a canopy of the church's west end, the narrow stone building is a tiny porch on its southern wall and what appears to be an extension at the eastern end. How familiar are you with architecture?
Architecture, not so much.
Hmm.
Or like the history of the area, probably.
Well, basically, art stuff will definitely let you kind of like understand that that's probably where the high chapel is. But interestingly enough, you can kind of notice that the stones used in the building are a lot older than the building itself. Like, they've been pulled from somewhere else. And you'd actually recognize some of the you know that because as you look at this and get closer, it looks like some of them have been carved with weird inscriptions. But you have a history buff. You have a good history. You recognize this as like Roman, actually. It's incredibly worn over, but you can definitely start recognizing like, hey, that's what Latin carvings look like. And some other symbols like lyres and bows carved in amongst places here. And it doesn't like look like there's any one particular pattern. It's not like this was intentional. It looks like something was torn down and they rebuilt it with the same stones.
Oh, this is kind of cool. Who's all around?
I think Steve is probably just standing around waiting to get on with it, so...
Oh, Kirby
He's
is definitely
probably
talking his ear off, just being like, okay, this is actually really cool. These are Latin carvings. Oh, God. Why would they make a church out of this? This is ridiculous. Just absolutely going off.
Exciting.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And just writing like random shit down in their notebook.
And so what's everyone gonna do?
Is the church open? Like, if we go rattle the doors.
Yeah. Doors open.
I'm going inside, guys. Like, voice echoing in the halls of the church.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, Ellie, wait for me.
Yeah, I was
Does
just like,
not
oh,
wait.
but the rocks. Okay.
There might
There's
be more rocks inside.
Why do they have rocks inside
Cooler
the church?
rocks.
Why?
So basically, one of the things you will notice when you're inside the church porch, there is a notice board with a lot of faded handwritten announcements.
Anything interesting on there?
Well, something you'd be able to note is that it gives a schedule for when a priest will be arriving. It kind of seems like this town doesn't have the size or perhaps interest needed to kind of require a constant presence. And so they would kind of like a traveling priest sort of thing. They'll go around a few towns and it's kind of given like, hey, I'll be around here. And this seems like it's going to be about one a month. But beyond that, you see a little poster that there was going to be a little like festival kind of thing, probably harvesting. It's kind of hard to make out, or hard to make out what specifically, what festival, like what kind. Like usually it's like strawberry festival, blueberry festival, but like it's so faded and warm with water, it's run out so much you can't. And even looking around, you're like, it's not really any particular theme this town has, so it might just be Summerfest or something. But that was for last year, and this thing is just really falling apart. Inside though, folding chairs are stacked against the walls, which are mostly bare, apart from I'm going to say a lot of words wrong because I am bad at architectural and art terms. The carved frieze depicting cavorting rodents which run along the windowless north wall just above head height. The window and doors surrounds are also carved with mice and rats of various sizes. Their beady eyes feel like they're watching all of you as you enter. There's a small bookshelf by the door. Seems like by a brief scan has a lot of hymn books, and the smell of dampness here is pervasive. Fitting that the weather is so shit outside.
I look at the camera and I say, look, this town is so boring, even God abandoned it.
Zooms in on your eyes.
It's not a nice thing to say.
Now, does anyone here have language Latin, science, biology, or zoology, or history above 10%?
I think I have Latin.
Feel free to make whatever roll is your best, or whichever one you want to do. I know you definitely have history above 10% because you have at 60. So anyone with a similar thing can feel free to roll those.
Oh, I have Latin, but it only says 1.
You can make a history check.
Okay. History, I'm good.
I do spot hidden.
Not for this, because you can make a spot hidden later. Absolutely. For this, though, it's kind of recalling information.
Gotcha.
77 out of 60. Not quite your day.
Nope. I'm looking for rocks, man.
You're kind of nothing clicks, which is fine. Overall, basically, it seems like this town's got a big rodent fascination. A lot of rat motifs.
And then on the rats.
I kind of want to look around, and this church is abandoned, right? Like,
Yeah,
there doesn't seem to be anyone here. I want to see if there's anything valuable.
Sure. I mean, this does have stuff here initially, but it looks pretty empty. If you make me a spot hidden. Yeah, hard success. You start working your way through this church, looking high and low, and not really finding anything of interest unless you like moldy tomes and hymn books, which you'll also note with that success. Some have been nibbled slightly at the fringes. Beyond that, though, you kind of can make your way up towards the stone font at the front of the church there in the middle of the western wall, which you are relieved to see, perhaps, that does not depict anyone in the rodent family, but is instead covered with with depictions of rampant vines which crawl across its surface and reach deep into the bowl. Strange faces peer out from the leaves there, they're carved in, but they're heavily worn, and the style is quite. It says naive here. Don't know why, but it looks like it's that same kind of stone that Kirby was freaking out a lot about before.
See, Kirby? More stone.
Hey, Kirby. How are, like, rats typically... You seem historically wise. How are rats typically, like, depicted in church stuff? Like, is this part of...
Bringers of plague. I mean, they're not really, like, big in churches, I don't think.
Did a plague, like, go through this town?
You make a history check.
I hope not. I don't really know. This area specifically, I don't. I just stay in my dorm mostly.
Reading books, though, right?
I mean,
Good
would
thing.
you read a history book about Muscovy?
No, but about... No. I wouldn't even read a history book, really, but...
I mean, they can be quite informative.
That's why we have people like you. And then you can make a even more exciting movie and explain the history with embellishments to me.
Yeah, I actually never read that many history books myself. My mom loves it, though. She found them very informative and stuff.
Can
I
agree
wonder
on
what
that
else your mom loves.
My dad.
So, tell us more about these stones.
Steve, you kind of are following along and looking at these vines, and kind of your eyes go up, and you are going to see this lovely little piece of art staring back down at you as those vines follow all the way up to this large face carved into the archway, clearly fashioned from nothing but carved leaves. The thing's eyes seem to stare right through you as you look back at it. Its lips are carved into what seems to be a mocking smile, as even then vines seem to spill forth from it.
Gnarly.
Is that usually a church thing?
Well, you would know that this is a green man. Kind of hard to pin down the origins of green men as a concept, but they are typically carved in medieval style churches. Odd that it's here, but clearly they were taking some inspiration, not unheard of for American towns and such, this old to have some kind of inspiration they're taking from Europe. But this is probably a pretty extensive dedication to green men.
The vines on the side, do they go like all the way down to the floor?
Yes, and kind of like the entire archway seems like it's meant to give this idea of it being naturally grown, though it is, of course, stone. That good old stone.
What was the name of the church on the outside?
Oh, this is just the Muscovy Village Church.
Church in the vaguest sense.
Man, maybe it's like a pagan church. That
Yeah.
seems like a weird.
It still has Christian elements into it. But you are getting a feeling that apart from the hymn books, there's not a lot of Christianity symbology here. So
Interesting.
No, maybe there's more of a reason why the priest only comes once a month, and why the people won't talk to us, because maybe we haven't been like initiated into like their crazy cult. So maybe if we stay here, we could like infiltrate a cult and make like a whole podcast on it.
I think you've been seeing too many horror films.
No, I'm with her on this one.
Like maybe the priest only comes once a month because he's murdering people and he needs his offerings.
Oh, he's collecting sacrifices.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, where would the sacrifices happen?
The bowl.
Oh,
The where?
The bowl. The bowl in the front there.
Is it big enough?
It depends on how many sacrifices you're looking for, I guess.
or like what part of the sacrifice? Maybe it's just blood.
Could be
I'm
like
going
just
to-
toenails. I mean, there's just like really weird
Fingers and
skulls on the other
toenails.
one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go look for blood in the bowl. See if there are any stains.
sure,
Look for toenails.
it appears clean. Old stone though, so who knows how much blood has been saturated into it.
Oh my God, I knew it.
But
Wait.
if you're looking for blood splatter, you can make me a spot hidden.
Nope. Okay, let's do this.
Or a science forensics, perhaps.
There goes. Do I have science forensic? I do not.
No, I don't. I doubt anyone here has science forensics, given I basically just pulled that out of my butt.
Oh, sorry, I rolled the first time. That was a failure.
Oh, no worries. I'll just tell you this. You don't spot any blood. No signs that this has held anything but holy water. Or just water, I guess. Given you're not sure how holy this whole thing is.
Wait, you should spill your coffee a little bit in the bowl just so that it looks like blood, and then I can like invert the image so that it looks like it's red.
I'll do it. I pour some of my coffee into the bowl.
Sacrifice is made to
You
a
solved
known
my-
deity.
Solved my first puzzle. The thing descends and the doorway to the next door of the dungeon opens. Now,
Oh, oh my God!
I was really excited.
no, nothing happens. The coffee sits there as the room is filled with the smell of caffeine. Why can't I remember what coffee beans are made of? Just coffee beans. Yeah, just coffee beans and whatever other flavor pumps that Steve asked for.
To the ambiance.
It cuts a little bit through that moldy smell, yeah.
Desecration.
Are we gonna have to wash this?
Nah, let's go. We still gotta go to the house.
Oh, okay.
This is our weird offering to the spooky statue.
Yeah, I'll like bow to the bowl and be like, "We give you of our Java. Please partake."
I feel like this is karma's gonna come back and hit us for this.
I mean,
Does mom let you believe in karma?
Or is it divine retribution?
Divine retribution.
Josh, you swear looking at that thing, where your head's at right now, that the green men faces in there are staring right back at you.
Freaking
You good there,
out.
Josh?
I yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah. No, yeah,
Yeah?
yes, yeah.
No?
Maybe. I think the green men were looking at me.
Oh, is it like one of those sculptures where you move and the eyes follow you?
I'm going to move to see if
Oh
the
yeah.
eyes
No,
follow me.
they're carved. I mean, the same thing if you all look up at the big face of the green man. It's definitely like you look around, and again, it's not like these are malevolent looking faces. They are just the green men are always kind of like happy looking or just kind of like looking,
Yeah.
Just vibing.
He's just vibing. Exactly.
He's vining because he's
Just- Um actually I have another check you all can make. Why do I forget these things?
Green Man's watching us.
Does anyone have
check.
science, biology, or botany?
No.
Nope.
Not even our med student?
I'm a bad student.
All right. Well, then it just looks like a collection of leaves and vines that make up these faces. But you head out, you feel the oppressive scent and ambiance of the church vanish just as you hit that cold New England air and are once again back in a field. Forest to your side, footpath ahead of you. Though it looks like from your walk around the church, there was a second footpath that leading off kind of between the forest that is completely like surrounding this town and this one little chunk. You can kind of see it on your map there.
Is the professor with us right now?
Professor was actually going to go ahead with the car and get the equipment set up for the actual cleaning and recording stuff. Some extra bits and bobs. So, it shouldn't be too much of a walk down the road. And he assured you all that you're young and your knees should still work fine, unlike his. Which
I feel
sounds
like you're guilting us into that we should have been there to help him up because of his knees.
Oh, no. He's probably just bullshitting you. He looks like he's in great shape for his age.
Right, because he's daddy. Yeah.
If you guys have been on campus and like ever run into him, most of the time he is like doing that like professorial jog around campus or whatever nature feature Miskatonic most likely associates with. Probably a pond or some terrible mound hiding secrets. I don't know. Feels in line.
Campus mound.
The campus mound, everyone's got one. Spot fires up there, and then 10 students are missing.
Oh yeah.
Tradition.
As you do.
But yeah, the way down along this forest is a muddy but thankfully easily navigatable path that brings you to Old Girton's cottage, which basically it's perched at the end of this lane from the village and backs up against the woods. The single-story cottage doesn't look as if it needs much doing to it. The front garden's a little overgrown, but the white wooden gate's in good repair, and the hedges were obviously trimmed a couple of months ago. You see the van of your professor parked right outside the gate, but a short path leads up to a whitewashed step and a dark green front door. Looks like there is a tiny pane of bullseye glass, which is, the thing in the door, which is all but probably impossible to see through, given that's the function of it. Why'd they write that in there? Weird. Why'd I read it?
That's really cool.
Yeah. But yeah, looks something like this. that all fake pin. But yeah, you're approaching from the front garden, which looks like it has a lovely bit of hedging. What are you all doing? As you know, your job here is to kind of look over things and make sure anything like potentially historic or important is kept around, and beyond that, just clean the place up. Though from the outside, this could be a very easy job.
Can I check, just to figure out how like old this house is?
Uh,
Old the church was? I'm now very intrigued.
oh yeah, no, this house is definitely more recent than the church, but it's a rustic, simple kind of thing. It's been here for a while, but from the exterior, it looks like it's been taken care of. So hard to say exactly, but probably about the age of a lot of the other buildings you were seeing in town. Older, but not crazy old. Like, I want to say probably like 1800s, late 1800s, early 1900s.
And is there any of the old Latin looking
No.
bricks?
Not that you can see from here.
You want to walk around the back of the house, Kirby? Like, just get like a whole circular view of it.
Yeah.
Look for cool rocks.
I'll go with you.
I'm going to look at the vegetable patch.
All right, y'all are heading around towards the back garden. I will say this, Josh, of the lemon trees, Vermont lemon trees, of course. Why don't you
Yes.
make me a spot hidden?
Ooh. Hard success.
Hard success. So, going in, you're going to quickly notice that like the little mailbox doesn't have any kind of mail bursting out of it, which, assuming this house has been abandoned, you think like, all right, there's got to have been somebody not still delivering stuff, just the newspapers and things. But no, looks like it was very recently and regularly kept out. But you're heading around to the vegetable patch.
Yeah. Is it one of those mailboxes with the little red
Oh yeah,
flags?
yeah.
Cool. Is the flag up or down?
Looks like it's down, but that might just be from, the way that this thing, just the hinge kind of failing in a strong wind.
I'm going to try and put it back up.
All right.
And then I'm going to, assuming I'm sure I've got paper and a pen on me. I'm just going to write, hello, smiley face, and put it in the mailbox and close it.
All right.
And then go to the vegetable patch.
As you do. So outbuilding there looks like it's basically just a vegetable patch. It has an active compost heap next to it. Nothing really jumps out at you. Looks like there has been some pest activity here. Not hard to see. A lot of the greens have been nibbled on. But beyond that, it seems healthy and verdant here.
All right. I'm going to go towards then the head further through the side, go to the general storeroom to see if there are any tools in there we can use.
Sure. And as you are going to do that, I'll jump around to the folks in the back of the house. So, you all make your way around the house, get your new shot going, and it's interesting because like 10 feet from the back of the house, there is this deep, dense forest. You've been basically walking around this entire time up here. But something you can all see as you're in, it looks like someone set up little buntings, like, flags and stuff, between some of the branches of the trees back there.
looks
Oh.
cool.
Like what kind of flags?
Hard to see from this distance, but just looks like, a bunting is kind of usually the triangle. Like, you can't really tell the color, but it looks like some things are kind of strung up on a rope across branches.
Spooky.
The back forest view, stand by like the forest, get a whole view of like the house, and then go inside.
I'm gonna take a look at the buntings.
All
Yeah.
right,
That's
I'll go
what
with
the plan is.
you guys head into the forest.
A little bit.
Are you
Lucky.
sure?
Oh geez.
No. No. So, I don't know why I started that and then ended it, but we'll do this. Entering the woods is damp and foreboding, similar to the church, but with an occasional breeze here. Getting a closer look at these buntings, you realize they aren't buntings at all. They are strings and rope brought across branches. Every single one of them, those little objects, are not flags, but the bodies of rats, dead and hung out by their tails. I need everyone to make a sanity roll. Who's there? And I'm going to pop a little art thing in the chat here so y'all can see it.
Ooh. Where is that at on the character sheet? Oh, I see it.
Where?
All right. I see a failure. I see an extreme success.
Where is? Oh, there.
Okay. Success means you're just going to lose one, so turn on edit mode, and then you can go ahead and just deduct 1 from your overall score. But Ellie, you're going to lose 3 sanity. As it's not the fact that these rats are dead, and rats and mice are dead and hanging from the trees. It's the sheer number. It's about that, like, it extends the width of the house and back another 20 feet or so into the woods. These things are everywhere. They hang low and high, wrapped around branches and tree trunks and everything, forming a kind of maze and intricate web pattern of death. Death of mice and rats, sure, but still.
Is this technically part of the cottage? Because if it is, does that mean we have to clean this up? Because I'm not cleaning this up.
I mean, it's forest. The animals will get it, right?
The animals should have gotten a lot of these. I mean, you can see on the ground that a lot of these bodies, if they do fall off, they've been rotting and rather than being eaten.
What does it smell like back here?
Damp wood, kind of that, earthy soil thing, and also a lot of dead bodies. That acrid smell of just decay, of active degradation of muscle and bone.
I'm gonna make a note in my journal and I'm gonna go back inside, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get away from this.
I feel like Ellie's trying to like get a close up of like one of the rats that are rotting on the ground, and then like trying to be that edgy student, but then like the bile comes up. She's like, nope, no, yeah, let's get out of here. Ugh.
All right. Well, making your way back in. Again, you just feel a lot better being out of there. As you're going right in through the back door.
Yeah.
You'll probably
Sharp hands.
you'll probably all see Josh heading into a shed.
Head over to where Josh is. We found more horrible things.
Oh?
Rats hanging in the trees.
Oh. You're just messing with me, right?
Did people normally mess with you like that?
No.
No,
Oh,
I'm
we're
not
at
messing.
we're at a creepy spook. I mean, I guess this place isn't creepy. We're in a secluded thing. I don't know.
No, dead rats just hanging in the trees. I want to think it's natural, but I don't think so.
There's
How
nothing
was-
natural about it.
Mm-hmm.
Hundreds. Hundreds.
Yeah, I feel like you're trying to play a prank on me.
Do you want to go look at the rats?
No.
Look at Scorsese's footage.
Yeah, yeah. Look.
Getting close.
Shoves camera over.
Oh, okay. Joshua looks at the footage.
You see similar thing and also sanity check.
Here's the sanity.
Why would you do this to me?
Here, empty arms.
Because you didn't believe us.
Just gotta find my sanity.
It's up at the top of the sheet. Should be,
Under hit points and magic points.
yeah, like at the very
Oh.
top of your sheet.
I see it. Oh.
Oh
Oh,
no.
Yeah, you only have 30 sanity, my friend. It is.
Oh no.
So yeah, you're going to lose 3 sanity. As that's not fun. And you're like looking back and realizing it's right there. But if you want to still check out that general storeroom, there's a lot of just boring garden tools in there. Some hedge trimmers and looks to be a kind of scythe to cut grass with.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
It said in character. Josh sees that and says, "Oh, fun."
You okay there, Josh?
Oh, it's like very Children of the Corn.
should we tell the professor?
Write it down in the report.
Isn't he inside? Isn't this his family home or something?
Oh no, it's not his family.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
You're helping him clear this place out. He's doing it for the village council of Applegate, which is nearby. They want this place like properly sanitized and all that. And now I think you're getting the picture why, though they did leave out the part about the rat death forest.
Do we know who owned this house beforehand? Did we ask our professor? Like,
Old Curtain. Hence the name.
what was the first name?
Old?
Just Old Girton.
No. But you would have been told, yeah, called him Old Garten. He's just a old man and the family's been part of this village for quite some time.
Do you guys think we're gonna find rats inside? Because I don't know if I want to do this if there's rats inside.
I think all the rats are on the trees.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Let's
Nose
go
goes.
inside.
Doctor
Yeah.
goes first. Doctor goes first.
Oh my god, fine.
You're like used to the smell of dead things, right?
That actually is true, sadly. I'll head into the house, into the cottage.
All right, going in from the back to the kitchen.
Yes.
All right. So entering in here, you're immediately taken back by just how old everything in here is. It's got a sturdy gas cooker, complete with a cast iron kettle, and looks as if it should have been condemned years ago, as does this evil-looking boiler hidden in the cupboard to one side of the sink. Basically, your view from the sink to the woods beyond is obscured by the hedges, so it's not really much of a view. And well, it looks like a pot of wooden tapers and a large box of matches sit beside the cooker. There are two doors out of here, one heading into the pantry and another out into the hallway by the looks of things.
Like, creak open the pantry door and just check for rats.
You opened the pantry?
Yes.
It's a variety of old and rotting foodstuffs that, frankly, you're not surprised to see, but also you don't see a lot of rat activity. But you usually don't see rat activity.
But, like, we don't hear rats skittering around. I think Josh might have been right about the rats. I think they're all outside.
It's mostly full of tins. Sorry. And, it has an enamel bread bin.
Oh.
Is there
Nope.
anything in the bread bin?
Mold in the shape of
Ew.
bread.
Ooh.
Zoom in on the mold.
And, like, there's even one of those really old refrigerators.
Can't open it. See if there's rat bodies in the freezer.
Oh, really? Honing in on this rat thing. But no, it's just a dismal-looking ancient ice tray and something that may have once been considered milk.
Sure, it smells just lovely.
It's so cool. Like, you love that good curdling smell going for it.
Cheese.
I mean, eventually it could be if you actually,
If the cheese fairy visits.
Yeah, no, it's a smell.
Cleaning supplies under the sink?
In the sink, no. You brought your own cleaning supplies,
Oh,
thankfully.
thank God.
But honestly, it's not really much that you'd even really need to get rid of. I mean, the kitchen stuff is obviously old and worth maybe considering. I'm sure everyone's doing their renovations with classical kitchen pieces nowadays anyway.
It's fancy.
But like just the food and some, like there's a pair of shoes next to an old tray lined with newspapers, just inside the door, and I don't know, just some basic stuff. But this house looks pretty empty already, at least from here in the kitchen.
Are there
Maybe we check out the full landscape before we commit to starting in one area?
Like the inside of the house? Check out the inside of the house?
Yeah.
Okay.
we
Sorry,
wanna
you said
split up?
landscape, and I was like,
Oh,
outside.
yeah. Poor
Go
choice
ahead.
of words.
Go back out into the woods.
Yeah, let's check out. Maybe there's a dead body in the bedroom.
Given
Sorry.
the surroundings and... Do we know what happened to old Gert?
It would have been explained that he's been hospitalized. He's a very old man, and he hasn't. Basically, the town seems to have taken his home and said, this is, you can't live here anymore. It's a danger to you, and he can't take care of himself. So, one of those forced care facility situations, though, they have to get him out of the hospital first. The professor is like, this was very much like, it feels like this guy was at odds with city council for a while now, but I don't want to comment on that because they're paying us quite a bit of money.
Should we see if there's like anything sentimental for the guy, or are we just throwing everything out?
Well, not much in the kitchen, at least.
Mm.
But there's other doors.
Okay. Well, this is now turning into a video about like the overreach of city council and like our elderly population.
All right.
So,
well, if you all want to spread out, you can just tell me where you're going, and we'll do it one by one.
bedroom.
I'm really thinking that there's going to be a bedroom there, body in there, rather.
That is what Ellie is thinking. Or she could like just see the like imprint of like a body that was on a bed that's been there for like anciently and like family stuff.
Of course.
I'll go to the other bedroom.
All right. So when you say bedroom, there are two options. There's 9 and 10. So who's going in which one?
I'll go in 10.
I'll follow Ellie. I'm assuming into or
Yep.
Are we all going to the same one?
I'm going to head to the sitting room.
Good idea.
All right. It's probably a good place to sit. So we are going to start with anyone who's going into the 10 bedroom.
This guy.
All right. So is that Josh Lemontree of the Vermont Lemon Trees?
Yes.
So
the shower of the California lemon trees.
you
For
know,
more fun.
this room appears to have been untouched for decades, honestly. Going in, you see a twin wardrobe and large bed, but a dressing table has some antique silver vanity sets on it, as well as what looks to be some makeup and other things, with what looks to be a picture on the bedside table.
I'm going to look at the picture.
It looks like a family portrait of a couple and their young son from a while ago.
Oh. Do we... Was the question of what are we doing with the sentimental stuff? Just tossing it all?
You can basically set it aside and put it in a box, and then you can figure it out later, like if this is his stuff. But generally your job is to make sure this place isn't going to fall apart and help like, okay, we checked, there's nothing historical here, bring the bulldozer.
Do we bring boxes with us?
It'd be out in the van. Or you can go see what your professor's up to. He probably, he's like around in case you need him for anything, but he's busy, checking things out and putting some stuff in boxes. So
I'll go ask him for some boxes.
He hands you a flat piece of cardboard that seems to have indications of where to fold and get to it.
Professor Daddy, I didn't realize you were right there. That's not in character.
Jail. No, but yeah, you can start putting some things away here. You checking anything else out other than the picture?
I'm going to open the back of the frame.
Very
See
old.
if there's anything written there.
The date and Girton family. The date is pre-World War II, rather.
I don't know what to do with that information. So I'm going to close it back up and gently put the picture frame in the box.
Okay.
And start collecting everything and putting it in the box.
So opening up the clothes in the twin wardrobes reveal a man in a woman's attire, presumably, well, they're very old, so probably not the original owner's house room. Like, this looks like it might be, judging by the photo, his parents' room even. So basically going through things, you find a bunch of really old clothes for men and women's clothing, It has the silver vanity set, has a brush, mirror, and comb in it, and as well as several tubes of lipstick and compacts of pressed powder, all cracked and brittle with age. Yeah, a bunch of really old things. Like he hasn't touched anything in his parents' room, which I'm sure is very psychologically healthy.
I'm sure it all smells terrible.
It smells like old people.
Are there mothballs, or is everything?
It's like clean, but nothing's been moved.
But have moths gotten to it?
No. I mean, it's like, again, this place seems like it's in good repair and taken care of. It's not showing any of the sign, like other than a few months of neglect for foodstuffs and general maintenance. It's not like you're dusting off mounds of dust here.
All right, cool. Yeah, I guess I move out the clothes, put those in boxes.
So while you're doing that, we'll move to the sitting room. As Steve, you walk in, it's much less formal than the rest of the house. Basically a place to sit, after the workday was done, very much built in that thing. There's no TV, only an old radio that is resolutely analog. And what seems to be a small turntable with a stack of piled LP records and singles. There's even a few 78s.
I want to look through those, see if there's anything cool.
Seems like there's really nothing beyond the late 1970s. So you see beyond that, a lot of novels and on bookshelves, which scan through romance, westerns, books on carpentry, DIY, and cookery.
Does it look like there's anything of value?
I mean, value to the right collector, of course. I mean, this is a place where someone could theoretically relax if they enjoyed stuff from before the 70s, which, like, who are they, right? But evidence of, people with very particular interests.
Gotcha. Anything stand out at all, or?
Not really, other than if you try to turn on the radio, it can't connect to anything. Just static.
I'll put on a record.
All right. Music begins playing. It's definitely not very high quality, but it's going technically. I'll go for it.
Oh, I was going to say, if it doesn't seem to be anything else in the room, I think I would head from the sitting room into I guess what's next is that other bedroom, or?
Yeah, that's where the other group is gone.
Okay. Unless I'm missing something in the sitting room.
No, doesn't seem like there's anything really going on there. I mean, there was a door that on your way in that kind of cracked. You could see that there was a sort of bathroom tile, but honestly, poking your head quickly in there confirms two things. One, it's white tile, and it's very clean, thankfully.
I think I'll actually head then next to the hatch to attic.
You'll notice there's a hatch there, so we'll jump back to after that. Probably running in and seeing Josh Lemontree of the Lemon Trees busy putting some stuff away in the other bedroom there. But that other bedroom, the wardrobe and drawers here. There's wardrobe and drawers here, piles of old paperbacks, and stacked beside a single bed with a dingy green candlewick bedspread. And That's basically it. You don't find a dead body, impression of a dead person here. It's just a room that looks like it may have originally just been built for a kid that seems like it's been in use more recently than the other bedroom, if you had that frame of reference.
Kirby's just rambling to Ellie as they walk through, just like, yeah, and you know what? I wouldn't put it past the town council to have like put something in the water to get him out of here. They're doing it all over the place. Like they're probably gonna put condos here.
Ellie is rapt like attention on what Kirby is saying. She's like, that's totally it. Like capitalism is taking over industrialization.
And like there's like a weird rat motif around town. They could have put those outside to make him think he was going crazy.
Totally planted by the establishment. Okay, Ellie's gonna see if there's any like loose floorboards while they're talking. Just like there's totally like a heart underneath these floorboards. I know it.
You try pulling at it, but you don't find anything that's loose. Fact that is kind of emphasized to you by the stack of books and paperbacks, which are mostly look like they once belonged to the Library of Appleford. That split between romance novels, westerns, and a basically a refreshing change from some of the other themes you've been picking up across town here. Like this dude looks like he is about romance, westerns, and DIY.
The big three.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well-rounded dude.
Open up the wardrobe, you see old clothes that have all been like patched and sewn for repair several times over. Like, dude's out here just literally doing it himself.
Gosh, off the grid.
I mean,
He was
aside from the electricity.
Outlast this town.
Can we like fan through the books to see if he like went to any specific pages and like the do-it-yourself stuff?
It seems like in the do-it-yourself book, there's a few things on kind of like carpentry, sewing, definitely an interest in some metallurgy, and like home forging. Seems like this is his personal room. A bit of an escape.
Is there any like personal items around, like pictures?
Not here, no.
Definitely thought there was going to be more interesting stuff here.
I know, I'm really disappointed.
Well,
Anything under the bed?
nope. Not even porno mags.
That. Thank you for reading my mind. Oh, fine. Other rooms. There's other rooms. Still find a body.
You guys can head out. We'll jump back to Steve, though. As Steve, you see an attic door, attic hatch kind of above you.
Look out,
Do
like,
you...
full corridor.
Let me confirm real quick. Yeah, it looks like there's a hatch.
I'll pull the thing to bring down the ladder if it's one of those.
Mm-hmm. Well, it releases a ladder and a cloud of dust straight into your face, rather.
Yeah, as soon as you start coughing, Josh sticks his head out the door to see what's going on.
I know, this is the first time there's actually been dirt in this house. So you'd all be able to see, probably as you're coming out of rooms or hearing this commotion, that Steve's got a ladder going up into an attic.
Bodies in the attic.
Nose goes.
What?
No, yes,
Oh.
Steve's going.
Yes, Steve.
Okay.
So,
Those goes, man. Don't you know the rules?
Oh. Sorry, I'm in college. I forgot that you guys were in grade school.
well, fortunately enough, it only really seems to allow one person up at a time. and you wouldn't really want to trust more than one person's weight on this ladder as it creaks.
I'll head up.
All right. Do you have a light source on you? And phone is a valid answer.
I have my phone.
All right. Turning on the light there. Love playing in modern settings. It looks like this thing stretches across the whole of the cottage, but there's only room to stand up fully along the center where the roof is at its highest. So if you're getting all the way up here, you kind of have to hunch down. You can immediately see there's a hot water tank, some tea chests and suitcases, and a pile of old newspapers. Though I will need a dexterity check to see if you can move around all of these safely.
Do I just roll dexterity?
Yeah, just roll regular dexterity here.
And Buxy falls to the ceiling.
No.
Well, an extreme success. You are darting around perfectly. It's really the difficult part here is that getting to these tea chests and stuff is really the only place where there's a proper floor in place. So you're kind of walking across beams and everything. But yeah, you can quickly find yourself in front of some tea chests and old newspapers and suitcases.
I'll look at the newspapers first to see when they're from.
Very old. 19 again, like nothing pre-1970s, but this stuff is you're getting the full chronicle of like the build up to World War I and II across these. Seems like, important dates, as well as some like local stuff. I think, you find one that doesn't seem to have any importance, but if you really start going through it, you can see like a list of marriages, and it has Girtons listed.
Oh, okay.
Is there a dead body?
Do I see a dead body?
No.
No.
Hearing that, Josh is going to climb up.
All right.
He's a little bit of a scaredy cat.
Well, you can make me a spot hidden, and do you want to check out anything else?
Can I do a spot hidden?
Yeah, everyone can do a spot hidden who's in the attic. Love me some spot hiddens.
Ooh, I'm going to do a spot hidden.
I see a failure, but it's only by 4. If you want to spend that luck.
Is it worth it?
I don't know, you tell me.
Sure, why not?
Okay,
Oh,
so you just have to hit edit mode and then bring it down by 4. So Steve and Josh, you're both kind of looking around, and each of you kind of are shining your light about, and you stop for a moment as a pair of reflective eyes kind of shine back very briefly, very small. And you kind of catch it because it's the first time light's been hit back towards your phones. But as soon as you move it back, nothing there. It's probably just trick of the imagination. You've been seeing a lot of mouse imagery today.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Moving on.
Shall we go towards that?
Towards what? It's not there.
Also, just so you know, Josh, you'd have to also make a dexterity check to avoid going through the roof.
Through the roof. Okay. Dex.
Oh.
Failure. My rolls have been trash.
Unless you want to spend 19 luck.
No.
All right,
I
so
did it for one shot, but 19 seems excessive.
Oh, I've seen people throw a lot more points away very quickly. But yeah, basically you take your first step on a board and kind of like lose your balance and put your foot basically right into the kitchen.
Guys, everyone.
Please try and maintain some of this house.
Thank you, Professor Daddy.
Yeah, just get down. Get out of the attic.
They're bulldozing it for capitalism
We
anyways.
don't know that.
But if we're cleaning, we should clean up here too.
Yes, well, you can start by cleaning up the plaster you put onto the kitchen floor.
My leg hurts.
Going on TikTok.
Can someone help me? Please?
I'll help him.
All right. Well, you are easily able enough to pull him out and get him back set on the ladder.
Before I come down though, I wanted to look in those chests. You said there were.
Yeah, there's some tea chests. Josh, you'll have taken 1 damage there. So the tea chests seem to contain old toys and books, like young boy stuff, but like, pretty old boys toys and stuff. The suitcases, amongst other things, contain various pieces of children's clothing for different ages, an immaculate suit, and a wedding dress, both preserved in tissue paper, and a small album of wedding photographs.
I'll grab the album
Hmm.
to take back with me. Just because if we're saving sentimental things, that seems like the easiest to save. I want to shine my light one last time to where I saw those 2 eyes.
I like this paranoia. But you don't spot anything, but you can make me a listen check really quick.
Listen.
Hard success. You're just going to hear the slightest little chittering, scratching, skittering noises about you.
I think that's my cue to leave the attic. As I'm coming back down, I'll tell him I think there's rats in the attic.
Of course there are.
Like dead rats?
No, alive ones making little noises.
Though I will say, Steve, that if there are rats in the attic, you'd expect the newspapers and clothes and stuff to be chewed on. They've been untouched. These are the very picky rats. Or,
Yeah.
there are no rats.
And I put the wedding album in the box of other sentimental things.
All right. So,
All right. Where else could there be a body?
The parlor.
Ooh, like
Yeah.
splayed out on the dinner table?
Oh, yes.
Well, that would be
Like
in the dining room.
Oh, with the bright
The outdoor
parlor.
toilet?
Could be.
I mean, somebody could have shoved a body. Yeah.
all right.
Sir?
Well,
Parlor.
heading to the parlor. So inside, you see a tired fireplace set into an outside wall opposite the room's door. A large mirror in a heavy gilt frame hangs above it. A single photograph in an ugly frame sits on the mantelpiece. It seems to be a couple of 1950s style clothing sitting behind a young boy around 7 or 8 years old. There's a white leather sofa covered with tiger skin rug and 2 matching armchairs for seating. There's a bookcase covered in china ornaments and pieces of crystal, and a low glass coffee table in front of the sofa, on which rests a huge black leather-bound book.
Crystal,
I'm
you
gonna open the
say?
book.
Yeah, like pieces of crystal.
Do any of them look expensive?
Yeah, probably. I mean, they're so old.
Steve is going to try and pocket one of them.
I'm gonna go look at the book.
Yeah, I'm gonna open
I
the
think
book.
everyone else is very concerned with the book right now, so you can very easily get some, interesting things here. But yeah, there's a black leather-bound book there.
Gonna record them opening it.
Mm-hmm.
What does the book say on the outside?
Doesn't have an
First.
outside title.
Oh, cool.
Just black leather-bound book.
I'm gonna look at Kirby and say, "Oh, Okay, yeah. Should we? We're
Open
gonna.
it.
We're.
Open it.
Okay.
It'll be
Maybe
such a
the
good.
Bible.
It'll be
You touch it
such a good
I
capture.
touch it. Yeah.
with your hands.
My phalanges. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, it opens just fine.
Doesn't blow
But
up in a
it doesn't. But it appears this is the Girton family Bible. A detailed family tree is drawn across several pages, tracing the family back to the turn of the 19th century. In addition, there are several charming pencil sketches of people who must have been old Girton's ancestors. Checking the date of Girton's birth reveals that he was born in 1945 and his full name is Gilbert Oswin Girton. Looks like there are, within this book, reveals several pressed flowers, now very faded with age, and locks of hair. There's a few pages that have been marked with strips of ribbon. And do you flip to those?
Yeah.
Seems like this is the book of Samuel, at the point where the Philistines craft golden rats as compensation payments to the Israelites for having stolen the Ark of the Covenant. Rat.
Zoom in on the word rat. Shake.
I'm gonna immediately flip to another page, to another ribbon page.
Oh, it just looks like there's some other verses. A pretty standard, religious person kind of affair. I don't know my Bible very well, but, you can get a lot of those, like, work hard. God loves you. Jesus.
So nothing else with the word rat?
No, it doesn't seem like there's other mentions of the rat in this Bible.
Can I see if there's any correlation between the ribbon passages or any of the specific passages highlighted?
No, this is not something that I think you would want to even bring a writing implement towards that if you weren't actively adding into it. This is like an old thing. So.
Is it annotated?
No, not annotated. Okay. Just seems like it was marked and oddly examined.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Ellie's like gonna pull out like a black pen from her pocket, and she's like gonna be like, hold on, I'm gonna scrub out one of the faces because it would look even cooler as a shot.
Gonna pull it back. Oh, this is so old.
It's a Bible. People give them away for free.
Yeah, this is a really cool Bible.
This is a really old one. We can make like a photocopy when we get back to the school, and then you can scribble out one of them.
If my mom found out we defaced a Bible, divine retribution, man.
What's your favorite Bible verse?
Ooh, John 1:16. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, vereth all men liberally, and something not, for it shall be given.
Okay, so is there anything else in this room?
Or to everything there is a season. That one's pretty dope too.
No, nothing really else.
Containing rats.
No, I don't know any containing rats.
Are there bones in the fireplace?
No. There are no bones in the fireplace.
Damn it.
Well, we
I
still
know.
have the dining room to check out.
Clearly the best place.
Body splayed on the table.
Like a
Well.
silver butter knife in their back.
Ooh. Or like the last remnants of his last meal that are like crawling with like maggots and it's a heart.
Well, the room that is opposite the parlor couldn't be more different. Whereas the room you just exited doesn't appear to have been touched for years, other than a spot of dusting. The dining room shows a lot more recent activity. Sturdy old-fashioned table in the center of the room is covered with scrapbooks and stacks of newspapers and magazines, a pair of scissors, a pot of foul-smelling glue, and a brush, very stiff, lie between the various piles.
We see what someone was scrapbooking, like Was there
Yeah.
a general theme going on here?
Flickering through the pages reveals a huge collection of articles and pictures of rats, mice, and gerbils, including fairy tales, fiction, science articles, and adverts for poison and traps. They go back decades, and some of the oldest are annotated in a child's handwriting. The scrapbook also contains numerous drawings of rodents and designs for traps. Interspersed between the murine materials are pictures of the Green Man, such that you saw in the church, along with a few associated stories and articles, although they are fewer in nature.
Zoom in on poison. Zoom in on traps.
I think maybe we know who hung up those rats in the forest. Someone seems a bit obsessed.
He has like a rat phobia.
Rats are actually kind of nice.
I mean,
Not
in
to
the
this
amount
guy.
we saw them, I don't think anybody would want that in their house.
Josh is going to start looking for mice holes or something. Or for poison. Rat poison.
Sure.
And
make
any
me a,
sign that the rats maybe existed somewhere in the house at some
make
point.
me a spot hidden. Everyone else will immediately.
Oh my gosh. My rolls.
Oh, we're gonna have a lot of fun later, Josh.
He's saving his good rolls for later.
But you don't really spot anything. There's really no signs that rodents have ever existed here, other than the articles. But the rest of you will see that on the wall above the fireplace that's here, kind of the twin of that in the parlor, there's a huge painting of the Green Man. The style is relatively crude but effective, and it basically perfectly matches the depiction of the head above the archway to the high altar. It's rendered in various shades of green. The eyes and smile are just as unsettling as those of its stone counterpart. You all can make me actually, the rest of you can also make me spot hidden rolls here.
Hey.
All right, so everyone's kind of looking things over, aside from Kirby, where you're going to spot that tucked away in a sideboard that stands against the wall opposite the mirror, there's a few photograph albums. Although there are some images from before the Second World War, most of the pictures date back to the 1960s and 70s, going by fashion. They don't appear to be anywhere but the village, or the valley, for a matter. And there doesn't appear to be any photographs in the last 20 years.
Really kept to themselves. Gonna bring them out and show everybody. You know, you'd think that the closer we got to like digital cameras, the more it's scrapbook. I don't know, especially if you have so much time on your hands.
Yeah. I wonder, like, there was no mail, was there? Like, are there any notices from the city?
No, there was no mail at all.
I put some mail in there.
Do you have a stamp?
No, it was just a note that said hello.
Oh, that's adorable.
Thank you.
I was being sarcastic.
Thank you?
Is there any like buildings, or is there any photos of the church in any of these photo albums?
Some photos with them at the church.
And it looks the exact same as it does now.
Basically, maybe a little bit nicer, but hard to tell old photographs.
Are there any news articles about, like, from the city itself, the town itself, of like there being a rat problem, or like histories of
Piper?
rats? Yeah. Or Green Man sightings. I don't know.
In the scrapbook, it doesn't seem to really detail anything, but you do notice one bit of information that jumps out that kind of connects and grabs you as weird. it seems to be a kind of poem written, which I'm going to try and get to the front of this page so you can read it. Scritch, scratch, see the rat, bright eyes and twitching tail. Scritch, scratch, chase the rat, cross hill and stream and dale. Scritch, scratch, catch the rat, hang him by his tail. Scritch, scratch, good old rat, their appetites curtail. Scritch, scratch, no more rats, the children all shall wail. Scritch, scratch, the woods come back, falling of the veil.
I guess now we know the reason for the rats.
Because he wrote a poem about him.
Be some like superstition, some old wives' tale.
I feel like this kid was bit by a rat as a youth.
Carried
Hey,
that with him the rest of his
Ellie,
life.
should-
Right?
You should name the documentary Scritch Scratch.
Ooh.
Sure. Yeah, maybe. That's like one of the best ideas I've ever heard from you, actually.
Thank you.
A lot of sarcasm today. Love it.
Is the poem like stuck in the book, or can Ellie pull it out?
You could probably pull it if you really wanted to. Get a
Just has
knife.
those
Get
little
the knife.
corner tag things.
So like a knife. I'm just gonna carve it out. I don't think he needs this anymore. Pocket that.
Is there anywhere else to check out?
Outer building would be the last spot.
I guess let's check out the outer building.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can quickly run you guys through this stuff. So basically, there's an old outdoor toilet. Judging by the slightly damp toilet roll hanging from a piece of string on the back of the door, it's still in full working order. The general storeroom has coils of rope and wire hangings neatly from nails in the wall, and logs stacked tidily behind a couple of sacks of coal, as well as some, like I was mentioning before, lawn care tools. In the corn room, there appears to be a chemical storage area with dark brown bottles, metal tins, and canisters arranged neatly on wooden shelves. All the labels are missing from some of the corroding tins, so goodness only knows what horror lurks within.
Oh.
If anyone has any science, biology, or chemistry.
Yeah,
None
I'm
of
a
us have
really
science,
bad
do we?
student.
Are there any like vats of like acid?
Well, maybe. I don't know. All you just see are these containers and canisters that have been sealed up and left here.
Any
Could
of
be.
them rat body sized?
No, they're larger than rats.
Ooh.
Can I open
I-
one?
Open.
Sure. Acrid smelling thing immediately opens the room. If you want to make me a luck check, we'll see if you uncorked a poison or not. Yeah, luckily it just seems like it's kind of a really bad smelling thing. So whatever it is, it's hard to know. But you can
Cool.
get the top back on there and push it down till it seals.
Put it back.
Body probably dissolved already.
They're
How
not
big
like
is the
body
opening?
size. No, it's like,
Topped up.
these are all sitting on shelves. So dark brown bottles, metal tins, and canisters. If you were getting a body in there, you'd have to do it across several of these.
All right, but backtracking. So there were wires and like cords and stuff
Yeah.
of like barbed wire,
No.
or like
Like-
the cords we saw holding the rats.
The cords you saw holding the rats.
Yeah, I think the town just kind of hated this guy for the rats, maybe not for capitalism.
The subject of this film is shifting rapidly.
That's why her movies never make sense. like squirrel with a camera.
I'm gonna go to the workshop.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So the next room, going right to the workshop, you notice that this is effectively shelves and benches stacked with tools and what appears to be animal traps of all shapes and sizes. Basically, even more devices for killing are visible once you actually get in there, all the way up to rusted man traps hanging by their chains in the rafters. There's a small...
Man traps?
Man
Yeah.
traps.
Excuse me?
As you were. Sorry.
It's like a snare, you know, it's like a bear trap thing. But it's used for catching poachers and stuff. So instead of being set up to like have teeth or something, it'll just clamp really hard on your leg. Basically, I put them out where you know they are, but someone who's wandering around your land might not, and then you wait till you hear the screams.
And then you capture a body.
There you go.
Okay, the theory is back on. There is a body somewhere.
I'm sure there will be.
We have one last room to check.
But there's also a small forge sitting against the back wall with an anvil and a grinding machine. Basically everything someone would need to keep all these tools and traps in working order.
So he traps a whole bunch of rats.
Or people.
Or people.
People-sized rats.
He poisons them with the chemicals in the other room, maybe. And then hangs them up in the trees in the forest for reasons explained to us by a poem.
You know, he could have just... If he's doing this because he was bit by a rat, like was suggested, I mean, he could have just become a superhero. That would have been a better use of his time.
There's no superheroes in my story.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just saying everyone likes a superhero film.
Call me crazy, but what if we went back out to the killing fields? Because maybe that was all distraction, all the rats, from the bodies further in.
I mean, or there's more of these man traps out there.
There's also the people in town you can maybe ask if, now that you have more information.
We could see if anyone's gone missing.
Or you can head to Appleford and ask the man himself. Assumedly, he's in the hospital there.
Oh, I thought he was dead.
Anyways.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Bible to give to him in that case.
Okay.
What do we have? The scrap or the photo album from the attic, the Bible.
Whole bunch of stuff. You got a good thing above his parents' clothes and photos in a room that he clearly didn't touch or unpack or move everything in. So I'm sure telling, "Hey, we moved this," will have a perfectly normal reaction from him, as well as a family Bible. Hey, we looted your house. Here's some of the goods. Here's your share.
And your rats.
We didn't find any rats. Oh, but the rats in the back, of course. As you're turning, it's actually really weird. You swore the forest was like further away. It's not closer by a significant degree, but it's definitely gotten. You definitely can feel like it's a noticeable thing that the woods are nearer to the house now.
Can Ellie look at her previous video footage of when she originally went out there?
Yeah.
Rewind.
It's looking at the distance and kind of like your view when you were backing away. You can clearly see this has moved up about a foot.
Rewinds, plays again. That doesn't
Sanity check.
make sense. That's not gonna go well.
Oh,
No, it won't.
She like keeps going back and forth, like it's not making sense.
Just one sanity loss, though.
Oh, I'm sorry, I did not mean to roll that.
Oh, you're fine. It happens all the time.
Okay, guys. How? Any of y'all like into plants or anything? Because I like fast growing. Like I know bamboo grows really fast, but do these trees grow really fast?
They're trees, so no.
And okay, but
I mean, historically, trees
because
take a
I
while
swear it's a foot closer than it was.
Could just be an optical illusion, maybe?
to grow. I feel like you're trying to mess with me again.
Maybe it's the sun casting a shadow, and the shadow's what's moving.
Trees
A lot
don't
of
move.
ideas.
That's true. The different time of day.
I'd say we don't worry about it and just go to town, visit the old man, Kirkin.
Well, you probably need to, if you're getting into town and you want to save yourself any amount of time, you could always ask your professor for the car.
You
Van.
can give us a lift.
I mean, you could drive yourselves in. If you come back, when you're on your way back, maybe you could pick us up some food. Kind of surprised there's not a
Pizza?
lot of work here, but the pizza would be great if they have it here. I'd be shocked, but maybe I don't know. These old villages always have some kind of pub with some crazy sandwich options. So if that's available, I'd love that.
That's brilliant because pubs also have places where people talk.
True. I'm getting a sense that this guy really was into rats, which also may connect with like rat catcher job description stuff that I've been picking up on here.
Was he a rat catcher?
The Pied Piper.
Well, at least at least a pest control. From some of the chemicals, I'm sure you saw those as well.
Yes.
So I'm thinking it was some kind of pest control.
Like officially?
That remains to be seen. I would assume living on his own for so long with electricity, such as the state of his house still, it would need something, right? So some form of income.
It's true, but if he's just killing his own rats, he's not going to get paid for that. So I feel like we should see if he's like the official rat catcher.
Another good thing to ask in town. I'll be here though.
Got it.
Doing the work. We're investigating.
Yes.
What kind of sandwiches do you like? So we know what to
Just-
pick up at the pub.
Whatever the locals are eating. I try to do as the Romans do.
So fish, like if it's tuna fish, you're fine with tuna fish.
I doubt
Probably
it'll
rats.
be tuna
Rats.
fish or rats.
Ground rat
Oh,
meat,
allergy.
like very Sweeney Todd, but instead of people, it's rats.
Oh well, there you go. Why
Did
don't
I just
you
solve the mystery?
In one,
Wow.
you all let me know how it is. All right.
Got it.
Sounds good.
Cool.
We shall head
So-
to the pub.
I don't
Who's
think he
driving?
likes me very much.
I don't know if he likes anybody.
Okay, that makes me feel better.
But you in particular.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all are so nice.
It's okay.
Yeah, I guess we,
Josh
we
knows.
go into town.
So heading back into
I'll
Muscovy. Anyone can drive. Drive auto
I've got-
would only. You've got good drive auto, so you handle all the bumps and stuff with ease. But getting into town, you're kind of disappointed. Interested and then disappointed, as the pub is called the Rat Catcher's Arms,
Naturally.
but it's closed.
Oh.
Rude.
Oh,
Formerly
Is
run
there-
by a placard indicating it was run by Mr. Geo Fletcher Esquire. But now looks like it's quite closed,
Like shut down, closed, or just closed for the day?
like shut down.
Oh,
Look, Kirby, this
Um,
is what you have to look forward as a law student. This guy was an
Yeah.
esquire and he just owned a pub that's no longer open.
Oh, great. My future looks so bright.
mm.
let's just go to the tea shop. Maybe they know what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think the barista liked me.
I'll talk to her.
I don't think she liked you either.
Okay, out of character, I kind of want to break into the pub.
I want to break into the pub too. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
Guys, that's illegal. Do it.
I'm in law. It's fine.
So yeah, you
I'm
guys
red.
can make your
I
way
think.
back to Lucy's tea shop. She'll greet you all, and the team heading up to Old Girton's. How's everything up there?
Oh, it's interesting. It's very interesting. Do you know what he did for a living?
He was the village rat catcher.
Like
Right?
officially? Like that's
Well, yeah, officially. Yeah, let's just say he didn't really believe in discreetly dealing with what he caught. It's just so disgusting.
yeah.
If
Would he like kill him at your place or would he take him?
Well, he'd catch them and lay traps and all that, and then he'd come and collect them and hang. You saw.
Yeah, we saw.
Unfortunately.
Disgusting.
Anything
Gross.
else about him that might be important?
Nothing I'd know. Though, if you're interested, his family's been here for a long time, or was here for a long time. Maybe Appleford Library or Museum, or well, the Golden Ram in Appleford definitely would know something about it. It's run by young George. He used to run the Ratcatcher's Arms, but it was been closed at the beginning of the summer, and they know a lot about the village's history. It's been closed for refurbishment ever since. It was basically, I don't think there was anyone willing to really go in there other than locals, and the brewery is not finding anyone who wants to take on the new location.
Got it.
Does
Well,
Alice seem young? Sorry.
Oh, no.
She's middle-aged and has like this dusty blonde hair. Kind of looks a bit frazzled, but she appears very uncomfortable talking about this.
And never mind.
Well, first of all, we would like to buy another round of coffees for everybody. We need a little pick-me-up after a long day of searching. I'm going to try and charm her into putting her at ease, and maybe she'll open up a little.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm going to also, offer a nice tip.
Go for it. I'm always down to be flattered. Okay, yeah. She seems to generally take a turn. It's like, that is really so nice. And look, between you and me, I'm glad that old Girton had whatever accident or something caused him to need to go to the hospital. His habit has been ruining this town's reputation for a long time. And with him gone, maybe we'll actually get some visitors here.
Yeah, that accident. What was that again? What happened to him?
I don't know, just old, probably just took a fall
Right.
but they won't let him out, which I'm glad for.
Well, thank you. Thank you. And lovely, lovely refreshments. I love your shop.
Thanks. Well, if you ever want to spend more money here, I'm going to need it. Until that rat catcher business is sorted, I don't think I'm getting any customers.
Well, we're going to finish cleaning up out there, so hopefully it won't be a problem for too much longer.
Thanks. Gives you a actual serious smile. But yeah, what's the plan?
Do we find
Working
out
the
more
pub?
about the old man? Well, they said the one guy owns another place in Apple, whatever.
Appleford,
Appleford.
How close is
There's-
Appleford?
the
So-
museum and the library.
It's about 20 miles away. It's like the nearest main shopping center.
Do you think the gift shop's closed too?
Go check it out.
Do you think the gift shop has rats? Like rat keychains?
Rat stuffed animals.
Yeah.
I want one.
Let's go to the gift shop. I think I want to. I don't know. Get like a keychain or key ring or something.
Yeah, to go to the gift shop.
I
So are
collect
we-
key rings.
Literally just like burning as much time as we can to make sure the professor does most of the work, and then we like swoop in and finish up.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Okay, I'm just making sure we're all on the same page.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay.
So, checking out the gift shop, you're basically presented with like a very schlocky, touristy thing. A lot of like basic printed T-shirts of Muscovy with a rat or a mouse on it, like giving a little like hi wave, or like picture of the church, and you can basically gather that Muscovy is it really are trying to like a lot of hiking trail pamphlets and stuff, but Muscovy stands in an area of like outstanding natural beauty, which they're really trying to sell, despite how like gray and dingy it can be, and that the old church, with its many stone mice, are said to have inspired many a artist's similar carvings, and kind of has taken up this whole little. They're trying to sell this as not weird or strange, but actually a distinct design detail by the original carvers.
Quaint and quirky.
Lemon tree.
Yes. Yeah.
We all need these shirts.
Yeah. I was just
With the
thinking
mouse.
that. Yeah. Joshua already has one in his hands.
Okay, and then we could clean the house with these shirts on,
That'd be a
and
good
we're
photo.
contributing to the local economy.
Yes. That'd be good for the film too. We can do some proceeds, like 10% of proceeds from the film can go directly back into the town.
Or we just give the film out for free.
Sure. But if we get money, we can actually give it to the town to help the town.
Or we could draw people into the town with our films. We can't make like a level of gatekeeping for people finding out about this stuff.
So YouTube, and make money from YouTube ads to give to the town as well.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's the family. They always think about making money. I'm sorry.
where did we want to head next?
I wanted to ask about if the gift shop person knew anything.
Nothing more than you've already known.
Cool. Let's get the heck out of Muscovy.
All right. As we are about to hit our break, I just need one more history roll from anyone who would like to think about that. As you point out, the name is Muscovy.
Muskrat.
Damn,
That's a big fail.
everybody failed. If someone wants to spend maybe 3 luck, Kirby?
Sure. How much?
3. So just take 3, edit, and then take 3 away, so you'd be at 57. Yeah, The Latin word for mouse is mus. Muscovy effectively means village of the mice. This entire valley, as you're leaving it, the entire valley as you're leaving it seems to shift and chitter as the woods almost feel like they're moving. Probably just the wind.
The town is in the shape of a mouse ear.
Now we pan out. Yeah, it's all just one giant mouse. Always has, always been. But we're going to take a quick break there so that everyone can go and refresh and hang out. So, I suggest you all do the same. We'll be back very shortly for more mouse madness. We'll see you then. All right, everyone, welcome back. We have investigations to complete and some clues to gather. So let's get into it. As I mentioned before, the market town of Appleford is just about 20 miles away outside of this valley. It seems old and rather functional rather than pretty. It's seems like it's a bit more populous than Muscovy. Jesus, Muscovy rather. But there are some points of interest. There's the Golden Ram that was mentioned as a place the old owners of the Ratcatcher's Arms now run, and the community hospital where old Girton lives.
And there was a library?
Yes, there is also a library.
Okay.
Library and museum. Exciting.
Librium.
Mm-hmm.
I like trying to make portmanteaus.
Mm-hmm.
They usually don't work.
I want to suggest we hit up the old man first, and then the pub, because then we can bring sandwiches back to our professor.
There we go.
Side
Sounds
question. What are we going to say to the old man? Like, hey, we're cleaning your house. We got your stuff.
Does he know we're being sent there?
Figure out what he knows first. I'm sure there's like caretakers or something there. They've got to have some knowledge, maybe of what happened to him.
True. He might just see us as like the capitalist overlords that are like destroying his very way of life and being.
Let's not tell him my last name then.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So it's not too hard to find the Appleford's Community Hospital, a relatively new building on the edge of town. It's decent sized and even has a walk-in injuries unit. You walk up towards reception where there's a bored, young-looking man that he'll give you a quick look up and can I help you?
Hi, we're here to see Old Man Girton.
Oh, friends or family?
Friends.
All right. I just have to warn you, Mr. Girton's been quite distressed lately, so please don't spend too much time with him or make him overtired. Though I have to say it is nice that someone's actually coming to see him other than the social services people.
Of course. Can I say I brought the wedding album with me into the hospital?
Yeah.
To be like, we were just gonna go over some old memories together.
And I brought his Bible. So he can make his peace with our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
I don't know if he's going to die, hopefully, but understood.
Also, it seems like a family heirloom.
Yeah.
Of course, yes. And you'll be directed towards the room.
Yeah, we came as soon as we heard something happen. Do you know what happened to him? Or
He had
he had
a fall, and well, there was also concerns about his mental state, given the hobbies, given his actions as of late. This was, I should tell you now, he has tried to escape several times.
Ooh.
Just to get back to his house, or?
You can ask him where he wants to go, but we're just trying to keep him calm as he can. I think these act up sometimes. So.
What does he say when he acts up? Acts up how?
By trying to run through the hallways out the door with his gown on and not much else.
Yuck.
Yeah, you should go talk to your friend.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I also can't recommend filming in front of him. That light is going to really, but I assume you're already moving past. So yeah, you get to the room where a very harassed-looking nurse directs them to a private room, basically for you there. Sitting on the bed in a pair of what looks to be recently placed on maroon and gray striped pajamas is a bearded old man. Let me get a photo up for y'all.
Ooh.
Big beard.
Looks like a pleasant individual.
Jumps when you open the door. There's something distinctly unsettling, almost hungry about the gaze he turns upon you. Are you my new doctors? Can I go home now? I have to get home. There's important work to be done. Please let me go home.
Oh, Mr. Gurdon, sorry, we're not your doctors. We're students from Miskatonic University.
You could be his doctor.
Yeah.
I am a pre-med student. But we're trying to save your house. If there's something historical.
Damn the house. You need to let me get there. You need to convince the doctors I need to get back.
Why do you need to get back?
Well, I've got to kill the rats.
We didn't see any
Seems
live
like you've got
ones.
them all.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, they're there. They have to be there. Otherwise, well, the trees need to be fed. They'll come for them all if they're not fed, you know. Always hungry, always need to be fed. They have to be fed or they're all looking for themselves.
Ellie, you said the forest was moving forward, right?
Yeah. And I
Getting
was
closer.
not messing with you.
It's moving already. Oh, no. You need to get me out of here. You need to feed it or burn it all.
The rats?
The forest?
The forest. Burn it down. All of it. It's our only chance if someone's not going to be there catching and feeding it.
I was with you until you got to the burn the forest part.
Yeah, no,
That's
there was
arson.
plenty of rats still.
And someone needs to catch them. Feed the woods. String them up. Let them bleed.
Does it have to be rats?
Could be anything. But rats are easiest to catch. They're always around.
People?
No, never people. That's why I caught the rats. That's why my family caught the rats. That's why there's always must be a rat catcher.
Explain the pub name.
And you had an accident, Mr. Gurdon?
Fell. Damn hip. But that's not the issue right now. You need to tell the doctors I'm healthy now. I can stand on my own and I can leave. And he gets up at this. He's clearly becoming more and more agitated.
Let him back into his home.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
What's with the green men?
The trees. The trees. Not people. Not really.
Oh, a lot's making more sense now about
You need to
carvings.
feed them or burn it all down. And he comes right up to you.
Personal
I think we
space.
were
Let me out.
right about that bowl.
Do you put blood in that bowl in the church?
No, not the church. Why would the trees go to a church? The trees
I don't
need to
know.
be
There's a
fed.
church
You
with
need to
rats and the green men.
grabs you. Kill the rats and bleed them to the trees.
We
Oh,
didn't
they'll
see
come
any
for you.
rats.
They'll take everyone. I need to go. And he throws you to the side and
Oh my god.
burst through the door. At which point, several orderlies are going to tackle him. And
That was an escalation. That's abuse of power. Why are you tackling him?
Do you think the teacher's okay, Professor?
He's fine. I mean, it only moved like an hour or a foot in the entire time we were there.
I don't feel like he gets paid enough to risk his life with a mystical forest that needs to be fed rats.
you're being given a look right now that says you should make yourself scarce quickly, or there may be repercussions.
Can I
very sorry to
roll-
disturb.
Is this
What
how you
it-
treat all your patients? Is this the state of the American healthcare
You need to let me go. You need to let me go. The trees need to be fed. You'll all die.
So as we leave, I'm assuming we leave,
Yeah.
kind of sneak out. Would now be an appropriate time to make an occult roll?
Sure. What are you? What's
With
your
this kind
subject?
of situation, like I don't know, this just feels very occulty. Like
Sure. Again, yeah, you can make an occult roll.
I can't think of anything specific. Like any kind of supernatural type
I mean, he did
history
kind of
with.
lay out what he says is going on.
Fair. Okay,
I mean,
never mind.
Do we believe him?
I was gonna say, do we even believe him?
I don't want to.
We should listen to our elders.
Are you kidding me? He's saying if you bleed the rats to the trees aren't going to kill you. What is there to believe about that?
The forest moved.
Okay, but you were literally just telling me it was probably a play of the shadows since time had passed.
I didn't say that.
No, that's what I said, and that's what I
Yeah.
still believe.
So yeah, we think this guy's just crazy, right?
Yeah. He's
I
probably some old wives' tale that he took to heart too seriously, and
The doctor's saying it.
Okay.
I mean, we could go to the library and see if there's anything to support this legend, if that would make you feel better, but
Yes. And then by the time we get back, maybe we'll notice that the forest, if it's true, the forest will have moved forward more.
And then what are we going to do? String up rats too?
I guess.
Ew, no.
We're gonna become the next rat catchers.
Yeah, that doesn't sound great.
Nah.
No.
I mean, honestly, I'm just here for extra credit. I don't want a career change in that direction.
no.
No.
right.
Can we hire someone to do it?
With what money?
They're probably
I
just gonna
could-
bulldoze that house anyways.
Will they bulldoze the forest?
Gosh, you
I
can't.
mean, probably.
They're an important source of oxygen. You can't just cut down trees,
Or burn them? He said to burn them.
which is even worse. Okay, let's go to the
I
library
think I
just
just
for
need
some
food.
shots. Get food.
Okay. Yeah, I think I just need some water, some food in my tum tum, a snacky snack, and I'll be fine. I'll stop.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can stop by the pub and just kind of chat with the guy that used to work at the old pub.
Yeah.
George, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, never say tum tum again.
yeah.
It's kind of cute.
Tum tum. Onaka ga peko peko dayo.
What?
My tum tum is hungry. I took some Japanese in high school. I had a Japanese tutor. My parents wanted me to learn lots of languages. Most of them didn't take. That's all I remember from Japanese.
You need to call your mom and give her an update.
No. Maybe.
Okay.
No.
Oh, God. No, the answer's no. All right,
I
let's
mean,
go to
we
the
could call her
bar.
and see if we can hire some rat catcher for the town. Okay, no, let's. Okay, pub.
Where are you going?
Food.
Going to the pub?
Yeah, go into the pub.
All right. Sitting on one side of Appleford's main marketplace, almost opposite the Library Museum, is the Golden Ram Public House. A large wooden sign bearing the image of a rather disgruntled-looking yellowish sheep hangs above the door. Checking the licensee plaque reveals the same name as that above the rat catcher's arms in Muscovy, Mr. Geo Flesher, Esquire. If the investigators... that's not that part, rather. As you guys kind of head up there... Wow, my brain is off. To give you all the clues right now. It's open, and the doors will swing open to reveal a pretty depressing bar. Barely anyone around it. One man cleaning up dirty glasses behind the bar, and an older, more rugged one hanging on like a barfly.
Hi, do you serve food here?
A little, yeah. I could get the kitchen going, but we mostly do beer.
Gotcha.
You do
Gotcha.
beer cheese?
Beer? No, I've got some cheese in the back for burgers.
Ooh, burgers.
Okay. Yeah, burgers.
Sure, something, whatever the local food is.
Yeah, we'll need like 5 burgers and fries, maybe.
Yeah, it's gonna take a bit. I gotta turn everything on, but
Is there somewhere else to get food here in the city?
kind of gives you a shrug. Can't recommend anything else.
Wait, that would be taking business away from him.
Gotcha. Yeah, so burgers and fries.
Burgers.
Do you have any of those like Beyond Burgers?
Beyond what?
Beyond Meat?
How are you gonna have a burger without meat? He says as he heads back behind the doors.
It's that kind of town.
Oh, God. So they had a ram on their sign. Maybe there's a ram problem in this town, and we're gonna find somebody that's slaughtering rams to, bleed them like the rats in the forest.
I was thinking, yeah.
There you go.
You hear from an older voice from the end of the bar. You talking about Muscovy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll tell you all about it if you'll buy us a pint here.
You got yourself a deal.
Lemon Tree is paying.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
All right, and basically you'll watch as he takes your money, walks behind the bar, puts it in the register, and then pours himself a mug. And we'll have basically down half of it before he even gets back to his seat.
Supporting local business. Can't complain.
Scritch, scratch, see the rat, bright eyes and twitching tail. Scritch, scratch, chase the rat, across hills and stream and dale.
He finishes the rest of the rhyme. I won't have to say the whole thing, but it might destroy my vocal cords.
I'm sorry, I don't remember the rest. Are you sure you can't?
Oh, where is the voice?
Scritch, scratch, chase the rat, hanging by his tail. Scritch, scratch, good old rat, their appetites curtail. Scritch, scratch, no more rats, the children all shall wail. Scritch, scratch, the woods come back, the falling of the veil.
Oh, that's right. It's on the cork board. I see it now. I could have read that myself. I'm sorry.
Ellie's gonna pull the note out of her pocket that she had taken from the Bible, and she's like, "Did someone in the town write this? Y'all seem to have it memorized."
It's a rhyme as old as the hills. Muscovy's always had a rat catcher. Never been without.
Why?
The green men at bay.
Hey, someone's got to feed the woods. At least that's what the legends say. Worried about him. Well, worried about the whole town now.
What would happen?
Nothing good.
Humor me.
You believe
Trees will be hungry. You'll not want to be there.
How like what happens when the trees get hungry?
He looks at you directly.
Don't go back to Muscovy if you can help it. The woods will be wakened by now, and that will be no place for you or me.
Professor's there though. We took his car.
we need that credit?
Yeah, we need that extra credit. I don't think we're gonna get extra credit if if a professor dies, like if a roommate dies, you pass all your never mind.
Yeah, that's a horrible thought, man.
He takes another swig and just seems to shake his head.
Why?
Have you
Wait.
had experience? I didn't know that was a thing.
It happened to my big brother,
And he passed all his classes?
just for the semester, because of the trauma. Yeah,
Doesn't
They-
work
they-
like that.
auto passes.
Let's try to prevent that from. Good to know, but let's do our best to keep that from happening. So, you feed the forest. The trees don't kill people. But if you can't feed the forest, what? You just burn it down?
Never thought about burning it down. Don't know if you can. Been there before all of us. Might very well be there afterward.
The rate we're going, probably, yeah.
Wait, so you believe this? About the rat catcher?
Yes. It's all true. Nothing to believe.
I mean, you can believe in the truth.
So who's on the city council then? Not like old guys like you?
Bunch of fools don't know they've signed their death warrants. They didn't like his work. Never was supposed to be pretty.
So you have a city council out of sorts with what the rest of the population is saying.
Only us old folks know. Families have been around. Folks move in, they just see dead rats. No one to take over for him. Old Gertons.
Well, if the whole town's in on it, why didn't you help?
Too old. Son thinks it's all phooey. Old wives' tales. Most children do. Lack of interest. New folks move in and shake their heads at folksy customs. Never seem to care before they try to get more folks to come around and support businesses, but just be getting more folks killed.
Well done. So you didn't help Gertin. He was on doing it all by himself, and now you're scared the town's gonna die.
I know it will die.
Will this town die
Right.
too? Like, will the forest just take
Yeah, like,
over
how do you
everything?
stop it?
Hard to say.
Is it like kudzu?
What?
Don't know what that is.
Kudzu. It's
I don't
the
care what it is either.
invasive plant took over the south. It covers everything, grows really fast. You
Look,
don't know. Hey, cow, you don't know what kudzu is? What? Who are you people?
Almond Man lemon tree.
Yeah. What state are we in again?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts? Okay. There probably isn't any kudzu in Massachusetts.
Just don't go back. Whoever's in there is already gone and done.
Oh my god, what if the dead body is going to be our teacher? Maybe this is all an elaborate ruse to kill whoever's in the house.
Who wants our professor dead?
Anyone failing his class, probably. But like in the theoretical, like metaphorical sense, like.
Oh,
Does he
should
have
we
an ex-lover?
In the like cinematic.
get back and maybe get him out of there?
Should we
Hey.
take some rats with us?
Yeah, you're just gonna go down to the rat store.
You
Petco.
can just buy rats at
Yeah.
the pet
That's
store,
true.
yeah.
Gross, guys.
Frozen ones. Come up with a frozen rat.
I mean, aren't there, if it's a forest, aren't there animals in there the forest could eat itself?
Why can't it?
Probably
Feed
already
itself.
ate them.
Oh my god, guys, get in the car. We gotta go see if our professor's been murdered.
Okay.
Is there is there any other way of stopping it other than burning it?
Feed it. That's what he did.
Ugh.
Keeps it
Hey,
asleep.
but how often?
Yeah, like, I don't want to be a rat catcher.
Then get in that car and drive as far away as you can.
But will it eventually get to us anyway?
Hmm.
Okay, these are such philosophical questions.
He shrugs and goes to his drink.
Trees.
Ah.
Let's go tell the professor what we've learned.
Yeah.
Or find his body.
Oh, here's old George, by the way.
Oh, he's so happy. Looks like
Like
Santa.
a little jaunty sailor man.
Are our burgers ready?
Yeah, they come out on plates.
Hey, well, can we get those to go?
He goes and gets like what is it, styrofoam containers, and just puts them in there like 2 by 2.
That's fine.
I'm into
Thank
it.
you.
Sure.
All right, thank you.
Go save the professor from the evil trees.
Mm-hmm.
Or the evil townsfolk.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it could still be a cult.
Could still be a cult. Cult of the tree. Cult of the green man. Sacrificing rats.
You guys make your way back?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Takes you a bit, and by now the sun is basically just finished setting as you're making your way into the valley of Muscovy.
Ooh, I don't like that.
Oh, wait. Speed. We are not driving the speed limit.
I'm going fast.
All right, drive auto.
Ooh.
Seatbelt-
Okay.
Seatbelts on.
Yes, hard success.
All right, hard
Finally.
success. There's
Your rolls the game.
so hard success. You guys are able to basically quickly make your way there. Still, time has passed, and you're making your way up the hill out of the village, past the church. Kind of almost reel on that last turn because you almost don't see the house. It looks almost overtaken by woods, like around the hedges. The forest is now at the front of the house.
So it really is kudzu.
Sure. Or
You
bamboo.
guys really not know what kudzu is? Okay.
I do.
No, I know what it is.
Thank you.
It's just
Thank you.
not indigenous to this area, therefore it's...
Kudzu isn't indigenous to the United States.
Well, yes, but I mean, it's not in this area. It's not in New England.
We have been
Oh,
bickering
okay,
about
let's
the
not-
entire drive there.
But yeah,
We're the kudzu gang.
I got is the
That-
professor
that-
outside? Is he like waving his arms? Do we see him on the side of the road?
Nope.
Shit.
Is he... we gotta go in the house.
Yep.
maybe.
Phone flashlights out.
Okay. But is the force
I-
actually there, or is it just is it still the lighting, Steve?
I'm
I
going
mean,
to
it's all
call the
shadow now, who
professor.
knows?
Your cell reception is spotty would be generous, but you can make me a luck roll to see if it even connects.
Oh boy. What even is my luck right now? 46? Fail.
Doesn't even.
Okay. Bad rolls are back.
Can I try?
Sure, luck roll. All right, you are able to send the call, but you get the dial up. The number you're trying to reach it cannot be reached at this time.
That's not good.
Can we cut our losses?
No, we gotta at least look for him.
Yeah.
Moving in towards the house, none of you need to make listen
Weird that-
checks. I'll go
Look,
for it.
if we just came back to the college without the professor and be like, oh yeah, we totally finished it up, give us the credit for it.
I think there's bigger problems here than extra credit.
Agreed. As you all make your way towards the house, the sounds of the trees, leaves skittering and moving about are unmistakable.
Okay, let's just be quick.
It's also kind of interesting, you realize now, there's no birds. Entering the front door.
Yes.
Nope.
Hold on. Is there a crowbar in like the back of this van for the or the 9-iron?
You're trying to get a weapon of sorts. I know there were a lot of tools in the
Hedge
in the
clippers.
shed. Yeah, in the shed nearby. There were some
Yeah.
tools and stuff.
Let's go run to the shed and get something.
Various trowels and hedge clippers and other things
Is there,
at
like,
the
a
ready.
spooky old scythe?
There was a scythe, yeah, but it's kind of like it's like a thresher, so you're kind of meant to just cut the grass with it. But yeah,
I'll like lift up and be like, ah,
Okay, no, that looks really cool. Use it. Somebody else can use the hedge clippers. Okay, you have to take that.
for the aesthetic.
Like a harbinger of death, a descending angel. Oh
or
my
flip up
gosh.
my hood too.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. That's the shot. Okay, clippers. Poison? I don't know which one of those are poison. And I'll follow you guys with the camera.
Okay.
Can we salt the trees? Like, they say when you salt soil, things can't grow there anymore. Can we just
Do
Think
we
they're
have
salt
enough
biblical.
salt?
Before you grow them.
we can break into the pub and see if we can find salt?
We don't have time to go to the pub.
Okay.
I think that only works before you grow stuff.
Also, I'm pretty sure that's just a curse.
Salt circle of protection.
Let's find the professor.
Okay.
Okay, scythe first.
You have a scythe. Go
I'm
in
gonna
through.
pocket one of the like mystery bottles of something too.
Okay, you don't know what it is,
No idea.
It could leak.
It's in
but
my hoodie pocket. Fine.
entering the house to the kitchen, the house is eerily calm, just as you left it, aside from a few collected boxes that clearly your professor is put away.
Professor Martin.
Nothing.
Slowly start walking through the house a little bit.
Lemon Tree, you should look at the camera and give your last words. Not for reals, but just pretend.
I don't like that. This isn't the Blair Witch.
Yeah, this could be something better though. Cause look at this.
No, as soon as I get my last words, then I'm gone. Something's gonna happen. This tree has overgrown this house. I'm gonna say my last words, then the tree is just gonna go roar and like absorb me into its tummy.
Where are you all looking?
Peek into the, because we go in through the front, I'm assuming.
You went in through the side, by the
Oh.
kitchen, so you went into the kitchen.
Yeah, I guess just check room by room.
Mm-hmm.
Has the trees like broken through into the house, or is it growing around the house?
No. The forest is kind of like, you see the hedge.
Mhm.
It's gone around it, like literally the front garden and everything completely still clear, but all around it as the forest is like moved up,
Okay.
or like the house is sunken in.
Can I peek into the pantry again just to be sure?
You swear you hear skittering and moving about, but you don't see anything. So, going room by room, you don't find really any evidence of your professor or anything else. It's
The attic.
only one person can go up to the attic at a time.
I'll check the attic. I'll go up the ladder, but not into the attic, and shine my light from the ladder.
All right, and everyone else, are you just waiting there?
At the bottom of the stairs, like trying to get a shot in. There's like a light at the end of her camera that's like shining straight up, like backlighting him.
Like phone flashlights too.
Yeah, you don't see anything. Maybe that's the fact that you have like 3 lights coming right up into your face
Yeah,
from the bottom here.
helpful.
But it's so still. Aside from the sound of skittering and gnawing and movement.
Professor Martin.
Are there
Maybe
any
went
rats
back-
up there?
Do I see any rats?
No, like I said.
No. Okay, I go back down.
Hmm.
Well, he's dead.
Or missing. Abducted
Maybe
by
he
the
went back
cult.
down. He could have started
Yeah, what-
walking.
We would have driven past him though.
He could be at the church.
Oh, yeah.
So are we gonna? Okay, let's establish that we all realize that the forest has grown.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
There are traps. Do we like try to trap something, or like just go try and find the professor and leave?
Hear
Oh gosh.
like fingers on glass.
Where's the nearest window?
It sounds like it's coming from across the hall, maybe in the parlor. Oh, sorry, the dining room.
Maybe the professor's outside.
Yeah. I'll go. Hmm.
I'll go first with the hedge clippers
Okay.
to the parlor where it sounds like it's coming from.
I'm right behind you.
Opening the door cautiously, you see another, again, that room basically exactly as you left it. As everyone files in, you look at the window and a tree branch has been
Jeez.
hitting against the window.
Windy outside.
I think we
And-
should go.
Further, as you say that and look out, your beam of light connects with what seems to be many eyes in the field as they watch what happens next. As a massive ear-piercing scream comes from behind you as glass breaks and the vines and movement of the... That's not what I wanted. Sorry. Of the Green Man statue behind you begin to animate and writhe and pull itself out towards you all. I'm going to get a little turn order thing here. Actually, no, I'll just write it down. I need to know everyone's dexterities.
Oh, Lord. 50.
60. Oh, sorry.
70.
55.
Okay,
60.
so...
Did you just say 5? Kirby?
5?
That's
55.
Oh,
55. Okay. Kirby's 55. Josh
Audio's
is
so
50?
60.
60. Okay. Ellie is 75?
70.
70. Okay. And Steve, you are the 50.
50. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Let me quickly open up my little Green Man portfolio. As you see this face greeting you all.
Oh,
Ooh.
lovely.
Hey, so it's gonna go first. As it springs out and launches itself, it's going to reach for who wants to be my bold favorite new people and say who is closest to the fireplace.
I would have been at the back of the group. I don't know where that is within.
I feel like I
was-
would be in front of Ellie.
I was shining my light through the window.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We'll say I was.
Okay, I need one more.
Ellie, because she was probably by
All
him.
right. So Ellie and Josh Lemontree, you're both being attacked. Would you like to try and dodge or fight back?
Dodge.
Dodge.
All right. Roll me 2 dodges.
Oh.
Well, not the best start for Josh, but what about you, Ellie?
Because this thing is totally alphabetical order. Oh. 2.
All right. So a regular success beats a failure, but a regular success does also similarly beat your failure, Josh, as vines wrap and cut into you. As you are going to take, let me quickly get a die roll, 7 damage.
Oh, shit.
As you're going to see this humanoid form pull itself and fully construct as it wraps around Josh's arm. And Josh, you feel just the strength leave you and can see that your arm is becoming desiccated and dead, like the blood is being forcibly pulled from your body. It basically reaches up towards half your body. Also gonna need sanity checks from everybody, of course. As this is happening, and also for the Green Man. So 2 sanity checks in a row, if you could. And I need everyone to tell me how they did, because I can't keep track of everybody coming through.
I failed. I succeeded on one. I failed on the other.
Okay.
Same.
Succeeded on both, one with extreme success.
All right, so first ones. Who failed on their first one? Okay. So Kirby and Josh, you are going to lose 3 sanity. The other 2 of you will both lose 1. And then those of you who failed on the second one are going to lose 2 sanity. No one else will take any sanity loss from that.
Okay, cool. So I've lost a decent amount of sanity today.
Yeah. How much are you at?
I'm at 22 of my original 30.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and make me a knowledge check real quick?
Knowledge. Do I not?
Intelligence, sorry. Intelligence.
Okay.
Tell you now, you're gonna want to fail this.
Not have intelligence?
You absolutely do. It's one of your key stats.
Bottom left.
Oh, thank you. I have
You,
high
suc-
intelligence.
you
so-
succeeded. So you comprehend what's happening to you, and this is all very, very real. So congratulations, you've gained 5 Cthulhu mythos. But also, let's play a fun game. If I roll a d10 and your life becomes very interesting.
Where's Cthulhu mythos? Is it in skills?
Yeah, it's in a skill.
How much do I?
You gain 5.
Okay.
But you are going to have a bout of madness, that being you are going to want to flee in panic, because nothing matters to you more than getting the hell out of here. You will abandon your friends, these classmates, your professor, you don't care. You have the keys, you want to go. That is the only thing in your head right now.
Am I wrapped up by tree branches, though?
You are currently wrapped up, yes. But it is now Ellie's turn, and there is a way to get out of it.
Shoot.
What you gonna
I
do
guess-
then?
Do I help Josh?
Oh, wait.
I feel like Ellie kind of had dodged to the side to get away from this thing. Like, she still has a camera in one hand trying to film that this creature is here. And you're probably gonna hate her. That's very cowardly, but she's like gonna back up and is just trying to get like a full shot of Josh in this thing's arms. And is backing out of the room.
All right. Getting out of there, you just kind of use that time slow walk back.
Yep.
Love it. Artistic integrity and commitment. I believe, Josh, you're up next. If you'd like, you can either wriggle out with a dexterity roll or attempt to break free with a strength roll.
Ooh, dexterity.
All right. What'd you get? That's initiative.
No, I clicked dexterity.
Oh.
Did you click the one on the top in the green section?
Oh, you clicked it in combat.
Okay.
There you go. Extreme success. Perfect. All right. So you do wriggle out. There's literally, I could roll against you, but there's no way that's going to succeed. And so you manage to like wriggle and pull out of these vines, your arms still looking so, degraded. And what do you want? What's your next immediate move?
Because of the sanity stuff, I'm gonna say, Josh, yeah, he's gonna run out, find the most direct path, and run while shouting for his mom.
Well, there's a window and there's a doorway which your classmate Ellie is in front of.
Which is closer?
Both are kind of equidistant. It's just a matter of what Josh is thinking right now. Is he a run through a window guy?
I was honestly thinking run through a window.
Okay, we'll hold that for a second because you'll be getting your way through there. And that brings us to Kirby.
So is Steve still trapped kind of on the other side of the room?
I wouldn't say so much trapped. These vines have reached out and tried to get at your two friends, and now it seems to be fully manifested somewhat. It's going to begin kind of getting at all of you.
Okay. So probably move as far away as possible.
You're just gonna run?
Yeah.
Okay. You can get out of the room and probably to the front door if you want.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna hesitate at the front door, hoping everybody else is gonna follow.
Well, let's see.
We need to get out. We need to get out now.
Steve, what are you doing?
So, if I try to run for the door, I am trying to cross in front of this thing, right?
No, it's not cutting you off. It's coming from the fireplace. You're at the window. If you run to the door now, it would definitely be coming back out towards you all on its turn. So it's really a matter of, like, what do you want to do?
I want to take the hedge clippers I have, smash the window I'm at, and go through that window.
Okay. You break the window with a solid hit and then throw yourself through. You're going to take one just from the scratches and stuff. But you do land outside.
And then I'm GTFOing.
All right, I see. You're just going to run for it, or are you going to wait in the van for the keys?
Well, I'm going to head towards the van because that's where I assume people are going.
All right. Well, you are going to see that as you make your way towards the van, that a number of rats, and by a number I mean a veritable hordes of rats, have now surrounded the house. Basically all staring at you and blocking your path.
Rude.
The rats are blocking the path?
They just are all staring and looking up at you as your any light you have illuminates them.
I'm gonna run through the rats.
Okay.
I'll kick them out of the way if I need to.
Well, they're going to start trying to bite you.
Of course.
So would you like to dodge, or it sounds like you might be fighting back?
I'm just trying to make myself as big and scary as possible to make these rats move.
They seem quite intent on attacking you, so dodge or fight back?
Dodge.
All right, roll me a dodge.
Oh
Nope.
no.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not going to do it as a failure versus their regular success here. So I'm going to roll these dice as you also take 7 damage as rats bite and cover and tear at you, trying to get you to slow. How are you looking?
I'm dead.
Oh.
You hit 0, not dead.
I hit
Technically.
0.
So you have a major wound. So mark that.
Okay.
And you're just out. God, that scene is terrifying to think about. I imagine Josh might be the only one able to see this, but all the rest of you can hear as windows smash and starts running, and you like briefly pause, and then as he runs up, just gets like covered in this gray carpet. Teeth.
I'm sorry, can you do that again? What was
Teeth.
Okay.
Right, Green Man's turn. Okay, so folks let's see. I think I have the same. No, I think we have to share some love. I will attack those who haven't been attacked yet. So Ellie and Kirby, would you like to dodge or fight back?
Dodge.
Dodging. Gotta
Okay, roll me some dodges. Oh my
get
god.
that video footage.
Well, I'm not going to beat a hard success with these rolls.
Haha.
But Kirby, it didn't look like you did so well there. So as you're like hesitating, you watch as Ellie like dives out of the way back towards the kitchen, as vines wrap around and begin attacking you, getting onto your torso, and you just feel like your life is ebbing away in front of you. Skin becoming gray and chalky, like desiccated. And you're going to take 6 damage. But that does bring us to Ellie.
Did Kirby drop the scythe?
Probably.
Okay. Seeing that, like, so for Josh, it was just his arm, but it seems like Ellie is getting all of a sudden swarmed, and Ellie's like finally realizing, oh shit, like this is real. They're dying. Just see the camera like slow motion drop to the ground as she's like gonna pick up the scythe and be like, oh no. She's gonna attack.
Okay, roll me an attack.
Oh wait, I have no fighting skills.
Roll me a brawl, rather.
No. She doesn't know how to use this thing.
72 out of 25. That whole conversation at the very beginning of this, where we said, oh yeah, I don't think any of us put any points in combat. It's happening.
Do you have enough luck?
Oh, can't spend luck in combat.
Oh.
Is there a hero point?
I assume there's a hero point.
I think none of us
There
have
is.
used one.
I've seen a hero point, yeah.
Okay.
What's the
I'm
hero
gonna
point?
You get a reroll. It's our little thing here on the Caravan.
Damn it. Okay.
So,
If it makes you feel better, one time I got a reroll, and both the first roll and the reroll were both nat ones.
swinging wildly with this
That makes you
scythe.
feel better.
Yeah, really does suck. But starting wildly with this scythe, you kind of get some of them, but you can't quite really pull it to get a decent amount of vines off of Kirby in any meaningful way, as you just watch this thing continue to kind of grow and flourish as flower and fruits begin to align along the vines that have already drained Josh and now Kirby. Grows a lemon. But
They're all lemon trees.
the Massachusetts lemon trees are eldritch horrors. So that brings us to Kirby. Would you like to get out of this situation?
Please.
Okay, you can make me a strength check to try and break out of it, or like wriggle with a dexterity.
Yeah.
Damn, all right.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, that is a regular success. So you'll bust out and like rip the vine that's attached to you off, still feeling so tired. But yeah, what are you gonna do?
Fucking run. Run for the exit.
Front door,
Yep.
open it, rats. And your friend's unconscious body, which is currently
All
getting
rats.
very ratty at the moment. It looks like they're kind of just leaving
Like,
him.
within arm's reach?
Not within arm's reach. He went out towards the van.
Ha. Rats. Huh. Well, close the door.
And you turn around and there's a mass of writhing vines behind you. It's a real,
Good direction.
you're really stuck between a rat and a green place.
Thank you. He'll be here all week. Tip your wait staff.
But I mean, you do have options. There is the chemicals that you have.
What
Can
in your
I-
pocket?
Yes, I still have the jar of chemicals. Can I toss it at the green man?
Sure. Make me a luck check to see if it's actually something. Extremes.
Oh.
Okay.
Acidic chemical did I pick up?
So yeah, you throw this on and it immediately starts burning, and you watch as like the plant growth begins to wilt and die rapidly, as it seems you've put some kind of poisonous herbicide onto this guy, which he doesn't enjoy at all. God, how much health does he have? Oh boy! But you have roll me a d6.
Dice rolls.
Woo!
Yes.
All right, and that will kind of stick on him, so he'll be losing a good amount of each turn. So when it's your turn again, you can kind of re-roll even if you die. Jumping on over to Steve, you're still knocked out?
Unless there's some way to wake up, but I don't think so.
No, but I don't know. Rats. Green Man turn. Oh wait, no, wait, we completely missed Josh Lemontree.
Yep.
I'm so sorry. Josh, go.
Oh yeah, I guess I'm just running through the rats in my bout of madness.
All right, you want to dodge
getting
or
to
fight
the
back?
van.
You want to just go fast as hell, or are you gonna try and fight back, or?
Fast as hell.
All right. Kick it.
Yes, hard success.
All right, I did not do well on the roll, so I'm using my villain point to re-roll it.
No.
So that's a 35, which is a regular success. Doesn't beat a hard success, and not with a dodge. So you manage to kind of jump and skip and toss your way over not just the rats, but also your friend's body, who is also lying there, out like arms pushed out towards the van. Though you swear some of those rats are starting to try and pull him back towards the house.
Feed it.
But keys in. You can close that door as various rat scritching noises come and start going around the van. Just a bit before you can start it, we'll cut your turn kind of there. So it will be Green Man again. And he's got two friends who need hugs. So dodging or fighting back?
Dodging.
All right, let's do some dodges.
No.
All right, let me see my results here. I've got 2 successes. What do we got? I see a failure from Kirby. What about you, Ellie?
Oh, sorry.
There is still a hero point out there. I think 2, actually.
Use it.
Use it.
Yeah.
So I see 1 success.
Several just gave a hero point.
Kirby, you gonna use it?
Yeah, just to reroll.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh,
That's not better. It's actually
not.
worse.
It's much worse.
Much
Okay.
worse.
So, Ellie, your side, you're again kind of able to use your scythe and everything to kind of dodge and get out of the way of this as he finds trying to like push and grow as the Green Man enters in the door frame there. But Kirby, you close that door and turn around as just a swath of verdancy overtakes you. That is going to be 5 damage. How are you looking? 1. Jeez, you had 12 hit points though. Good for you.
It did.
Tough Kirby.
Surprisingly.
You just kind of get slammed against the door as these vines coil around you, again draining as this thing becomes more and more verdant and beautiful. Brings us over. Ellie, your friend's blocking the doorway out of here.
Is it the only doorway out of here?
No, there is another one from the kitchen.
Okay. So she wanted to run back to that chemical shed.
Mm-hmm.
She could go back through the kitchen and run that way.
Sure you can.
Is it worth it to pick up my camera though? All right. So Ellie is gonna drop the scythe and is sprinting towards the kitchen. She does take the moment to pick up her camera, though.
Okay, so I'll say you only get out of the kitchen and like open the chemical shed door before you can really do anything else.
Yeah.
Josh.
Broom, broom.
Car clicks on, and I want you to make me a drive auto check to keep your head cool. As Ellie, you're gonna see the lights of the van click on and engine rev. That's a failure.
So I cannot spend luck right now.
You can't spend luck, but I'll give you a chance to push the roll or use the last remaining hero point. Pushing the
that's
roll
right.
basically means you're gonna like heighten the stakes, but you get to roll again, or you can be boring and use a hero point.
Pushing the roll. I tried. My rolls have been such trash for the majority of this game. I love it.
Do it.
Josh, you
There it
and pull as the tires screech and well, not screech, but rather dig into mud, and eventually you shoot off and turn hard as you pulled the car up pretty close to the house, because that's where the road, that's where the road leads off. What you don't expect is the sudden onset of a tree, and as you try to swerve out of the way, that new growth of forest, you smash the car into it. How much health do you have left?
4.
Yeah, we're gonna say you're gonna take a quick nap right there.
Ooh. So
Guys.
all 4?
Yeah. Mark yourself as having a major wound, and if you live, maybe you'll heal.
Uh-huh.
As I imagine the camera kind of follows from behind in the back seat, sort of watching him get in hurriedly, click the keys on, hit gas, like look back, and then floor it, looking back to the house for a second just to see that tree coming up onward, almost as if it had moved while we were watching it. Kirby, how's it going?
I'd love to get out.
Well, you can make, the rules, you can make a dexterity or a strength throw.
Strength's better.
Okay, I see a success.
Yep.
Let me roll my D100. You're trying to beat my Vine as a strength of 70. I've rolled an 85. Cool, great. I didn't want to win. You're able to break free of the vines yet again, as you can kind of scamper somewhere. I imagine in the hallway towards the house, or
So I would have probably been like, where were we?
you were right at the front door.
Okay. Can I run past him, or is like the front door my only out?
There's not really a tax of opportunity here, so if you wanted to like tumble past a person made of vines, though even a person might be too generous of a shape for what this thing is.
Sick. I'm gonna run to the side door.
All right, I'll say you can get to the side door of the kitchen with your turn there.
And where's Ellie?
She is ahead of you at the chemical storage door, so just outside.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna get as far out that door as I can.
All right, you're going past the oven and everything, just going right for the, just getting out. Which brings us, of course,
Wait. Sorry. Can I
D6.
Can I nab those matches? on
Oh,
my way
yeah.
out?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna grab the matches and keep going.
Okay. There's also, a gas cooker. I should remind you all. Gas.
Yep. How much can I do in a turn?
I'd say if you want to get the matches and having run and slipped out, that's about where we'd call it for you there on this round. But spend a hero point, I'll let you turn the stove on.
I'm gonna do that.
I think it's up to the
Our
group.
last hero point.
Burn this place to the ground. Yep. So fill in that house with gas.
Okay, the thing clicks on, and you're ready at the door. As I think everyone left is unconscious. Unfortunate. Well, not for me, I guess. I don't know. I'm winning. Anyway, the green man will enter the kitchen.
At the dodge.
I need the dodge from Kirby. And Ellie, you're actually going to see, as you get out, the flowers and grass actually starts to grow and pull at your feet as it seems like these tree branches are coming down trying to thwack at you. Seeing some failures here.
It looks like.
Okay, so we'll deal with the plants thwacking at Ellie first, because that's going to be a success for 3 damage.
All right.
And then that vine attacking what the juiced core of Kirby here.
Scrawny. He's even scrawnier.
Already
now.
so scrawny. You're gonna just try and get out of the way, but you kind of catch your feet, and then all you see is an extension of this tendrils towards you quickly. And Ellie, you're in the chemical room.
In the chemical room.
You just avoided some tree stuff. You jumped in there.
All right. I think you see Ellie, like, the camera's like pointing towards her as she's like rummaging through the chemicals, trying to see which one she needs. Some are like clattering to the ground. But she's gonna, in her mind, grab the biggest bottle there is and is gonna try to like dump it in the doorway of the like shed.
Just right at the doorway of the shed?
Yeah, just like a little bit to see if it will like make sure it can't cross the line before she's gonna like.
You created a protective circle of something. Well, you can make me a luck check to see if you even grabbed anything useful. All right, splatters down, and nothing immediately seems to be crossing, but don't hear any of your friends.
Yeah. She's like pouring it. She's like heavy breathing into the camera. She's like, okay. I don't know what's going on. The trees are moving, but I don't think this is a trick, guys. This is not a trick. This is not good. I wish I was live streaming, but there's no fucking internet out here. It's like random ramblings. Can she pour like a little bit on her fingers? She's like, okay, let's see if this burns.
Oh, it absolutely burns.
Okay, never mind. Not dumping this on myself.
All right.
She's got the chemicals in her hand. She's like waiting at the doorway.
Waiting at the doorway, you're going to watch this.
Just like splashed it a little bit.
That you're going to lightly be warding your small corner home from the terrors of the Green Man as you see this viney thing basically not so much walk as it like pulls its mass forward, clutching in its hands what looks kind of like a mummy, just without wrappings that you... Oh, look, it's wearing Kirby's clothes. Yeah, okay. You can go ahead and we'll call that 6 sanity. You're kind of realizing your last one standing here, which is going to be a knowledge intelligence check to see how you're handling all that.
No, not well.
Hard success. You definitely understand everything that's happening. All right, let me give it a good old D10 roll. I was hoping it would be this one.
Same.
A red mist of rage descends upon your mind. You are fucking Ellie Foster. You are going to be a great filmmaker, and this thing is going to die, and you're gonna take a video of it. You know how these movies end. You're final girl. You fucking got this. Rage.
Fucking gots this. And is blinded by rage. She is going to actually like pull her sweater down over her arm, hoping that that's some sort of skin protection, but it's not actually, because she's gonna like drench her arm with the poison.
Giving your punches status effects in real
Yes.
life.
Yes.
Well, you've got a jug of this thing, and you had it on your sleeve. I assume you're just gonna run in and try and hit it.
She's gonna run in and try to like hit it with the poison, but in case it grabs her, she has some poison on her, so hopefully it can't nab her.
Perfect. All right, make me a brawl check. It'll be fighting back.
No.
Oh.
Let's raise the stakes. I don't think that works with this.
Not with
You're gonna
this.
push the roll.
We watch as this glorious final stand begins to take shape. But as the video camera shows Ellie take this big running swing, you just see her body overcome with vines that wrap around her, and slowly Ellie becomes less than Ellie.
Less Than Ellie is the sequel band to Less Than Jake.
There you go.
Yeah.
What happens next is hard to say. But the dawn rises and the forest retreats, shines itself onto a cabin with a busted up van, crashed seemingly for no reason. But no one hears from your group again. And that's what we're going to call our story.
Good job,
the-
team.
The name of this track is fittingly appropriate, as is There Is No Sequel. So firstly, thank you so much to these incredible group of players. Y'all are great. And some of y'all, this being the first Call of Cthulhu game, just knocked it out of the park. Basically hit every clue. Really, it's just perfect. Always a pleasure. And if any of y'all want to ever make an appearance at the table, that invitation is more than welcome. I want to say that now. But I also want to tell y'all, my last request is your DM. Please, in the order you introduce yourselves, if you can recall it, please tell the people who you are, who you're playing tonight, and where we can find more of your exceptional work in the world.
Ooh, I think I was first.
Yes, you're first.
I remember these things. Hey guys, I am Sam. Tonight I played Ellie Foster, the student that was convinced she was going to make it big with a film. Who knows if that survived or not. GM video footage that is probably all burned. Anyways, you can find me here on the Lost Caravan primarily. I will be playing a game of what is it called? Paranormal Inc. on February 20th. Other than that, you might see me in some Delta Green when that starts back up, potentially as Anglerfish, because I like games with insanity checks. But yeah, you can find me as Sammy Scribbles on Twitter, on the Blue, or anywhere else. I run a indie TTRPG blog where I review all the indie TTRPG games that I find, namely horror. So if you want to check that out, I think I have some links in the website or on the I died Discord, or on my Twitter. So yeah, that's me.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, you got it.
I think I was next. Okay. Hey, hi, I'm Mika. I do things like co-create Roll D5, ROLE D5, which is where you can mostly find me. You can also check out my threads, Mika, MIKA_Macintosh, where I post my monthly schedule, so you can see various places you can see me at. And currently, you can also see me on the Talking XP channel with Ravenloft Misfits. And here in the next month, we will be starting a Triangle Agency campaign there as well.
Very excited. Bring us over to Isabel.
Isabel, I was playing Kirby tonight. Poor man that got juiced. You can find me isabelk.afk, various social medias. I typically pop up on random one-shots here and there, so just keep an eye on my socials just to see what I'm doing next.
All right, and I'm so sorry you died first, but you did fantastic, Benji.
Hi, I'm Benji. I played Steve Young tonight. You can find me online on all the socials at Chance47. Later this month, I'll be playing a game of Demigods here at Lost Caravan, and I've been a part of a cult campaign that's releasing weekly on Fridays. It's called With Blood Dipped Wings, and episode 3 will be dropping, should be dropping this week. So
It's a badass title.
I know.
All right. And then there's me. I am Turk or Turk Accented if you feed the trees. And I have had the honor and pleasure of being your keeper once again for this latest episode of Caravan of Cthulhu. For more from me, I bounce between here on Lost Caravan and Neon Lights Roleplay, where I GM and play in a bunch of stuff. Coming up most recently, of course, I'll be here Thursday, rather, not tomorrow. Hit midnight, so all my clock stuff is shifted. We're currently running Blades in the Dark, but eventually that will be the Delta Green crew as well, where, oh boy, it's season 3 of that show already, and oh boy, that's all I'm going to say. Beyond that, I also GM on Neon Lights Oathsworn, which is honestly the Dragon Lords game, which is Greek mythology and high fantasy. Blend them together, and my players are awesome, cool people, so, it makes it all so easy. I'll also, I do robot stuff and spy stuff and more spooky stuff next month. I'm pretty excited. There's going to be a special episode of this next month that I will leave as a surprise for later. But yeah, just make sure you follow all the folks you see on your screen here, social medias and other places, because that's the best way to find out what's going on. Or join Discord here, and I'm sure we'll promo all of our cool stuff. And, you can bombard me with questions like, why you keep killing all your players, Turk? And I'll say, I don't. No one ever puts points in a brawl or dodge.
Now I know better for the next time I play.
I am shocked at this point that I do not constantly get a bunch of players saying, yeah, I'm like a boxing champion, and I'm here to solve the mystery by punching it in the face. Or like, yeah, I have super eyes and super hearing. And
Joshua Lemon Tree of the California Lemon Trees will be a boxer. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
That all being said, thank you all so much for joining us, giving your support, your hero points, your villain points, all very useful. And also just being here and enjoying it with us. We're going to be raiding Tabletop Titties, which is fun to say. Also, they're a great community, so make sure to show them some love. And yeah, we'll see y'all next time. Good night.